That's the sign we cannot talk trash. Okay, let me check. Okay, so far it actually looks like me and you are live. So I don't know if Engin meant for that to happen, but Engin is here too. All right, we are live.
I was just trying to make the connection. Now we are live, I think. With the YouTube, I was trying to connect, and Devon just showed thumb up, so it means he's coming soon.
I'm here reading the chat, so if you don't want to, I'm here.
Yeah, but you can join as well. You don't, not only because of reading the chat, but we are live. So
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
For those who just joined, we are waiting on Devon and Larratt to start the discussion.
Yeah, that's interesting. That just Todd already has his as I said, pen and paper. He made all his notes, and the guy is just, I can't believe that you watch all those hours of videos. It's incredible,
It actually sounds easier than it is. And it's hard when you're watching them to note, because if they fault start or something, so, I mean, a lot of times I go, okay, I can't remember if they're in a ref strip or not in a ref strip. And sometimes you miss who wins because they don't always have a scorecard. So I go, oh, this guy won, and then I pull it back and then restart it. I go, oh, now I don't remember if I wrote it correctly. So I have to go back and watch it again.
Oh, who is this young guy?
Hey!
Okay, is my internet bad or good? Do you see me like without any cut, or?
I'm watching on live, and you look good.
Okay, I know I look good, but I'm just talking about.
No, like it's smooth. The picture is there. It's all good. Yes.
Are we live right now?
Hello, everyone. Today we meet to discuss about if the strap buckle is disadvantage or not. And we have here Devon, Larratt, and we have Todd Hutchings. Looks like they have opposite opinions, and we have Artem Taranenko to help us. And hello, Devon, how are you?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm sorry. I'm very excited to be here today.
Yeah.
I'm running all around like crazy. Sorry. But I'm paying very much attention, I promise.
What are you doing?
Well,
is that toilet paper?
Yeah, it's toilet paper. I gotta blow my nose. I always have fucking boogers.
Oh, okay, that's good. If it's about your nose, it's okay. We can handle that. Nothing more, please. Okay. So I want to start because I have watched what you guys are thinking. So I want to say my opinion about it first. I don't see this subject as like playing if it is disadvantage or not at all. I think that the pulling styles, my opinion, pulling styles makes difference. If both guys are going outside, I think buckle is disadvantage. If both guys are going inside, probably it is the minimum effect. If one is going out, the other one is trying to hook, depending, maybe putting some pressure to the wrist and like to pronate it a little bit more. But so I think that all those first of all, Todd Hutchings did an incredible job. I mean, it is an incredible thing that he did it, but it should be used as a base. Then it should be detailed, after this one. And another thing that I want to say, I don't think that only by the result of the match we can judge exactly if it's his disadvantage or not, because it can give you advantage from the wrist and pronation, but you can still beat a guy without the wrist. It doesn't help you to gain finish finishing pressure power, you know. So like Irakli may top roll Todd Hutchings, but Todd still can press him. So like we cannot come to a conclusion that, you know, because it gives advantage of the wrist and pronator, in my opinion. But the winning or not winning the match is not dependent only this. So this is my opinion, and you guys can go ahead.
Can we start with some history first?
Yeah.
Can we put to bed that we all agree that there's a massive difference between the old strap, which we can call the hustle strap, and the new strap, which we can call the fair strap?
Yeah, there is a difference.
It's a big difference, right?
Yeah, there is a difference, but it's still, in my opinion, doesn't provide like equally. But I mean, I will tell you honestly, I came to this age until you guys like discuss about this. I never noticed that advantage, disadvantage, and I know it will not sound polite, but I have very solid wrist, so it did not so much make difference with me. Just watch my match with Arthur, round one. The last time we pulled round two, even both times I took his wrist
But
easily.
that was the new strap.
I understand, but still, even the before, all my career, you know, my wrist always had the control, you know. So for a solid wrist, it didn't really make difference because
It only matters when it's close.
that I can agree. I can agree. But what is your description? Like it matters. Like would it put pressure to your wrist? You cannot apply pronator. Like how do you see that exactly?
To me, it's very simple. The whole strap discussion to me is very, very simple. And I'm glad we get to talk about it, because I am so convicted in my belief of it, and it will be a pleasure to debate this with you guys. Because when I saw Todd put his video out, well, it's a subject that greatly interests me, and obviously data does not lie. But there's also, I think that there's just a division point that we have to kind of frame the discussion, and I would say that it would be good if we could all kind of look at what happened before. Now, when we talk about the old strap, the hustle strap, the reason why I used to, and I know that I'm not the only one, run and try and get that side of the table, and that's why it mattered so much in coin flips, because in the old style system, so the way I see the strap coming into play is obviously there's interface between the hands, right? Any part that touches between two athletes, there's an interface. And there's also interface with the strap. You are applying pressure to a strap, and that strap is in turn applying pressure to your opponent through the strap, or, you know. And the thing that I notice is the way that the strap binds. And what I observe is that when the match initiates, okay, so there's two parts. There's the setup and there's the initiation. And the setup remains basically unchanged in both systems for the advantage, but what happens when they say go in the old system, to me, is just so huge, because when the straps start to come apart based off of like a triangle, the greatest distance is the farther you go down, right? Like the farther you go down off the wrist, the bigger the distance. And so it catches first. So the bottom strap in the hustle strap, or the old fashioned strap, runs from the person without the buckle. So the person without the buckle, it runs from their wrist. It's the bottom strap, and then it goes to the opponent's hand. So this is the first strap to bind. It's the first one to come under pressure. So what that means is that the highest tension point in the strap goes from the wrist to the hand of the opponent. And that's why I always said it's like 15%. It's huge. To me, it's so perceivable. The way that you, like, if you're attacking a person's hand with the hustle strap, it's so easy. It's so easy to do. To me, it's, to have the discussion about it is interesting, but I'm so concluded, and I would love to start there if anybody has any retort to that statement.
You are saying a 15% difference with the old style strap, and then what's the difference with the new one?
Okay, so the new one, it's symmetrical, okay, except for one thing. So the symmetry in the new strap is completely fair. So what happens is, in the new strap now, the base strap, the bottom strap, the first strap to bind goes from the inside of the wrist to the inside of the wrist. Okay, so that's even. All the straps run a symmetrical pattern, okay, in the fair strap. They all do, but the bottom one is where all the discussion needs to be, first of all. So inside to inside, so that's a fair bind. The only difference is in the tightening process. And to me, having a buckle is irrelevant. The buckle to me doesn't matter. It's the way that the strap becomes tightened that allows a manipulation to happen by any kind of mid-level skilled arm wrestler. And that is in the, well, when you tighten the strap, the one guy's the hand gets pulled down slightly, other guys hand gets pulled up slightly, which is really, now if reffed properly and accurately, is very much minimized. And the fair strap has the potential to be, in my opinion, extremely fair if not taken advantage of. However, it will be taken advantage of, but the difference is, because it's still a symmetrical wrap, it's just what you can kind of get away with. And pullers, if they negotiate well, it should be minimized. But there still is an issue in my mind. Like, I would still, if I was having a match, I would still want to not have the buckle because of that.
Before Todd answers all of this, I will ask you something. You know, how do you call it in English? Sorry, my English, when there is no buckle, but when the strap was, sticking to each other,
Velcro?
Yeah.
Velcro,
I mean,
yeah, it just doesn't get tightened this as well. But the thing is you're still going to go, depending on the system. I've seen different Velcros. I've seen Velcros that pass through a buckle, and then it's no different. But if you just have a Velcro system, it's fine. It's just it won't tighten very well. Those systems.
That's not what. Listen, when there's buckle here, and then when you tighten it, there is a one single point that actually just put in pressure right here. You understand? It is not.
Yeah, but once you start
to buckle, you to move. Just wait. Without to buckle, you to move in the strap like this, and then whenever you have this, and then you tighten on it, and then there is something here at this point that is actually really putting some pressure there. Yeah. So
I don't notice that one so much. I notice the pathway of the strap, regardless if it's through a buckle or fabric. To me, it's about the pathway and where those points give you better leverage, And so long as the wrap is even, it doesn't matter to me if it's fabric or a buckle. The buckle only makes a difference because of the way it tightens and the way you get to take advantage of that tightening process.
You tighten the strap, and there is something there in that point that is putting pressure there, and then it doesn't slide. Your hand doesn't slide in it, doesn't move in it as it is moving if it is only the strap. There is a certain pressure. The strap is going like this, the other side. It's just going like this. But here, there is a tightness. They tighten it, and then there is some pressure. Okay, this is when the two guys are going outside. That is the difference I noticed. But again, I said, I personally don't feel so much. Okay, Todd, you listen a lot. Thank you for your patience, and just go ahead.
All right. Let's start with the more interesting terms about one section of the strap tightening before the others, or how it's set up. When you apply the strap, you very easily can load the two hands differently. You can load the bottom strap, can pull tighter up. And that's only because the only way you can have an imbalance in the strap tension is due to the friction of the strap touching the competitor's hand. If the strap's free to move around, then the tension's equal all the way through. So when they apply the strap, if you're in a free grip and you move your hands around, all that tension gets relieved, all the unequal tension gets relieved, and the strap's doing nothing but applying compression. If you are in a ref grip, but even in a ref grip, there's some moving because you can tell the ref, no, lower it here, you move your shoulders. But even if you are perfectly frozen when they put the strap on, and there was that uneven and tension between several segments of the strap, as soon as they said go and you move, that strap's allowed to slide, and then the strap goes from applying unequal sections of tension to just so the strap might start out unequal, but it's going to be equal tensions once you pull. And if there is a disadvantage to the buckle, and if it's anywhere near 15%, you would expect to see a lot more flash pins in the strap. Because if I'm 15% stronger than you, that's an incredible difference. If I'm 2 or 3% stronger than you, that's an incredible difference. Just to put it in context, if I'm 4 or 5% stronger than you and we're in a weightlifting competition, you hit your max, I still have 2 more attempts because I'm that, a percentage point or two is a big difference between 2 players. So you don't see a lot of flash pins in the strap. And I agree that it's not the buckle itself that matters. I only call it the buckle to distinguish buckle side versus non-buckle side, because we don't really have sexy names for which side of the table you're on. The hustle strap versus the fair strap, I just flat do not see a difference in the win-loss percentage of, between the hustle strap and the fair strap. I looked at 148 match. Well, I looked at the 1990 tournament and a 2004 tournament, which was pre-fair strap. And then I looked at the fair strap tournament, which was the WL 500 series. Before that, I looked at the 2004 Unified Nationals and a 1990 tournament in Canada. And there, the buckle versus strap was almost equal. It was like a 9% difference at 1990 and a 2% difference in 2004. In the WAL 500 season, the buckle actually won 13% more matches than the non-buckle side did. So buckle side versus non-buckle side, in the WAL using the fair strap, the buckle side actually won 13% more than the non-buckle side. So it didn't make it fair, but all that indicates is that these small sample sizes, maybe the statistics don't fly. But we don't talk about the strap is just one difference between the two, whether it's distinct or not. But nobody ever talks about if there's a lucky side to the table. Because even if you're not in the straps, a certain side of the table may or may not win more than the other, depending on whether you face the ref or not. I think that was all the points that were made. I just don't see if the buckle only matters if 2 people are completely equal and doing the same move at a certain condition, then it really doesn't matter at all. The other thing is the styles change anyways. Just putting a match in a ref grip or putting a match in a strap almost forces the 2 pullers to pull differently than they would if they were in a free strap in a free grip anyway. So which is why I wouldn't analyze any results that had amateurs or beginners in it, because they would just do other stuff. Obviously if you're in a strap, you're going to pull a little bit differently just because you don't have the flexibility you used to have one before. But if any professional level puller mitigates any effects of the strap or the table side, then it doesn't matter in a professional level arm wrestling level.
I'd love to answer.
Go ahead.
So I agree with a lot of what you said, Todd. First off, the 15%, I'm probably wrong on my numbers. Okay, 15, whatever. To me, it's significant. And this 15% quote for me, this is with the hustle strap. It is not with the fair strap. The fair strap, I agree with you. Once the advantage you get in the setup is negated, it's completely even. It's completely even. I personally don't fuss that much. I'm not that worried if I don't get it with the fair strap system, and I believe it is completely even and fair, except for the advantages that you can gain in the set. The data from the old way, I would be so shocked if you could gather all of it and you couldn't prove. I remember a match, like, this is completely anecdotal evidence, but you remember UAL when we all got together when Marvin stuff crashed?
Yeah.
You remember that match between Giannis Amelins and Bishop?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they went up the table. I saw Bishop. I saw Giannis had the buckle, and I bet Bob Brown like $100. I'm like, he's gonna beat him this time. That can be, because that back then they were using the old wrap, and it can be enough. It can be enough to make a big difference. Let me see, where else were you going? Oh, pulling styles. I don't think it makes a difference whether your top or your bottom, just because I just think the ability to negotiate is greater when you're just like you said, with the friction, like, you are getting pulled up. Your webbing will be easy. If you are a guy who's trying in the set to either climb higher or go deeper, it will be easier to do this during the tightening process when you do not have the buckle.
I agree. I'm just saying that while they're applying it, the strap can have unequal tensions in its different sections. But
I agree.
As soon as there's any movement in the hands, that uneven tension disappears and the strap does nothing but apply compression.
And I totally agree with you.
So if the advantage is just at the setup, whether it's 3% or 15%, then I would expect the non-buckle side.
It's only in the setup, in the fairer strap. In the hustle strap, that percentage remains always.
Okay, but even so, I looked at the 1990 Trout Creek tournament and the 2004 Unified National, and in both cases, the buckle side won more than the non-buckle side did.
Yeah,
with a non-fair strap.
I would say, let's do a statistical study in Ontario.
I don't know where Trout Creek is, but Mike Gould was in it.
Really?
That helps. Yeah, and it was 1990, so it was a young Mike Gould. But
yeah,
the buckle
all
won 17-14, and in the 2004 Nationals, the buckle won 24-23, which is dead even because you can't have a half number of matches. But even then, you would expect more flash pins. But
yeah, you would.
But strap matches aren't usually flash pins. I mean, there's not a predominance of flash pins with the buckle. Within straps, there's not a significant more number of flash pins in straps. If anything, I don't know this, but I'd be willing to bet that there are less flash pins in the straps than there are.
This part I don't understand. When you guys say that strap gives advantage, like, I mean, do you think that it is about the wrist, losing the wrist or not, or something? Why would it be a flash pin? Like, that flash pin is about the pressure that you apply in there. Not always the case that, I mean, the wrist positioning. I mean, you may have the wrist positioning, but the pinning may be problematic. But again, with 15%, I mean, you are way off, Devon. I know you don't think that, it's 15 now, you are changing, but like, whenever somebody, arm wrestling is like an explosive strength, and then especially the start. And the weightlifters, when they do 150 kilo, they lift. And then when they do, for a record, 152.5 kilo, it is only 1.7%. And they go, ugh, and then they can't even lift it. It's 1.7%. So at your max, that 5%, 15%, you would just kill a guy.
Well, I think that it does make a big difference. It might not be 50%.
Okay, but I understand you. Even the 5% is big difference. That's what you meant. It gives you a difference to change the result of the match. This is what you are saying.
100%.
Okay, and Devon, you are saying that the pulling style when the both guys are going top rope or one guy is going hook.
I'm saying with the hustle strap, with the old fashioned wrap,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter any way, look at, okay, if both guys are just both slamming in their
Where do
shoulders.
you get the pressure? Do you get the pressure on your wrist? What is the advantage of the thing? Or
Yeah,
disadvantage?
you'll take the guy's wrist way easier.
Okay, if both guy is going inside, then how could it be advantage?
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
If both guys are just pressing and that's it, okay,
Yeah.
there might not be an issue with the strap. But
Okay.
as soon as there's any kind of a separation between the wrists,
You mean
I'm
any
saying
kind of pronation?
any kind, it doesn't even matter if it's pronation or super. If they're coming apart, if there's any kind of pulling going on where the wrists will naturally create distance, the
Yeah.
bottom strap
Mhm.
goes from the wrist to the hand.
Mhm.
And it's just that simple. It's going from the wrist to the hand. And you let me pull on somebody's hand with my wrist, it's a big difference. And try it. Like, I mean,
I try with my students, you know, we tried both go outside because I never paid attention before. You know, I have a long career, you know, I pulled probably 5,000 times buckle side, 5,000 times the other side. But we tried, you know, and then when we both go outside, where the buckle is, the guy just is less effective, you know. But when the guy has the buckle on his hand, you know, I try to topple, I can move here much better, you know, without the. I mean, I feel like a little bit more free movement there.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's got nothing to do with the buckle, and except for when we talk the tightening process, it just has to do the path of the strap. And if you go hustle, it's huge. You can't get away from it. There's no cheat that can beat it. Like, I could have the hustle strap and just pull and just set up like a dummy and let a person have everything, and I would still have the advantage just based off of the path of the strap. You can't cheat it. You can't cheat. Now, if the guy's a good arm wrestler, it just gets even worse. But fair strap to me is very even. You can just cheat it better. And look at, like, I think the answer is we have to come up with a new strap. We do. It's just that this is so convenient. Like, look, I mean, I got this thing ready to go. Like, it's always here. Like, it's very convenient. It's cheap. It's easy, but it's not perfect. It's not.
So, okay, question is, since we changed the strap, then, and if you are thinking that there is not much difference now, what are we talking about now?
We actually had two Euro super chats. Says Genius is out there. Get rid of the buckle somehow.
I think there's maybe some kind of a loop system, or like, I know we've been of, I know that I went through a big strap push like 5 years ago or 6 years ago when the WAL was going on live television, and we were trying to come up with something that was faster, because it takes a good referee, you know, I don't know, maybe 45 seconds to apply a strap, and that's way too long.
I have a question for you. You said that the sticky one doesn't tight enough. You know, many times when we want to just like not to tight the buckle, we just put, and then with thumbs, you know, we just hold it and continue without tightening. Even that is holding. So what if we just bring it to
but it's holding because you're holding it yourself.
I understand, but you know, when you arm wrestle, you will also be holding yourself. But what I'm just saying, if it is also that sticky thing, you know, I don't know how you call it. And then if the help comes to this side and the other help comes to other guy's side, and then you also have thumb and your grip, you know, why not?
Well, if there's a buckle, is there a buckle in it?
No, you don't understand my point.
Yeah, no, I know the system. Yeah, they're good. It's just, it's not, in my opinion, it's just not tight enough. You'll come out of it.
I'm just saying that if you can really tight, and from both sides, the help of them will be this side and the help of them here, and then you will have your thumb and your grip and everything. So then we will have that. I think that the buckle thing, you think that it doesn't make difference? I think it is putting pressure there. This is my opinion. You know, it is something is holding you there. You know, but I mean, if you are
anytime, I would agree with you very simply and say anytime there's a not symmetrical setup, there's a problem. And and whatever we believe in what the buckle does or doesn't do, one guy has it and one guy doesn't. And that shouldn't be the case. If one guy has it, the other guy should have it. And two buckles, even though we all know it's a more fair tightening process and it's symmetrical, it's kind of, in my opinion, it's not the right answer because of the administrative crap to it. It's just not worth it. I think that there's a more simple way to do it. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, Todd, you are noting, so you must have a lot of things to say.
Well, only that if you can't prove there's a advantage in our current strap, how would you prove the new straps any better? I mean, people can have opinions and preferences, but you didn't actually, if you can't recreate the problem and solve it, then you didn't really, you can't prove that you actually solved the problem. If there was a problem in strap matches due to the buckle or not, instead of changing the strap, you could just make people pull, every strap match is pulled twice, one on each side, or the buckle switches side, and then you just allow draws. A lot of sports have draws in it.
Well, that's why we do it. We do switch sides of the table.
But you'd still have an odd number of matches. You can still pull with the buckle 2
King
out
of
of
table
3
6.
times without the buckle.
Armor is 6. Armor is 6. King of table 6.
I'm just looking at the tournaments that I'm seeing. I mean, I like the original super matches in PAL allowed draws as well, but it's not like when they pull out the strap, you don't automatically pull 2 matches in the strap.
Here's another interesting one for you, Todd.
Just one more statement. I have yet to see any advantage in a tournament with the hustle strap. If the strap is not affecting the outcome in the hustle strap, then what we're arguing about with the fair strap is preferences, not distinction.
Let me show you some distinct examples, okay? Because yes, I have not done the work that you have because I feel it's so obvious, because I know it as an arm wrestler. I can feel it. I know it. But I'll give you some more anecdotal examples. Some very, very high level credible ones. Okay, this was the last time that the Mike Gould Classic happened. Okay, it was the last big one. Drank came up. Richard Lupke's pulled Mike Gould. There were a couple really high level matches at that event. A really good one that speaks to this exactly is Matt Mask versus John Brzenk. Do you remember that match?
I remember Mask versus John
Every time
the
he
Mike
was at the
Gould
bottom
Classic?
side lost. I saw that.
That's right. And for some crazy reason at that event, they used the hustle strap, which is completely crazy to me. Every time people use a hustle strap in a high level event, I'm like, are you freaking insane? Me personally, I would lose my mind as an arm wrestler if somebody did that to me. But yeah, they did it at this match, and it was so clear. It's whoever had that, because both those guys know how to pull in a strap, in a hustle strap, and they just murdered the other guy respectively, both ways.
I have a question. When did we find out about this? Who found out that this is not a good idea, the buckle side? You?
Well, I felt so. Here's what's up. So I thought it was just such common knowledge, like in Ontario, like
everyone knows.
What's that?
Everyone knows about this in Ontario.
Everybody knows, and it got to a point where I just started to think about it. I'm thinking about the strap, thinking about the path, and I'm like, it's not symmetrical. Why don't we start off with doing a symmetrical wrap? And I proposed it. I made a video about it, like, geez, it must have been about 15 years ago now. And that year that I proposed it and put it out there, that year the WAF changed it, right? So that year the WAF switched from hustle to what we called the fair strap. And I don't know if I was the only one, but I certainly made a video about it like 15 years ago.
And John Brzenk, Todd, when do you think that he started to think that the buckle side is bad?
To me, anybody who's a smart arm wrestler can figure that out.
Yeah,
to me,
John
some people have solid risk, no matter what.
To me, John Brzenk, if you spend any amount of time in the strap, pulling with a guy who's close to you that you can like beat him half the time, maybe, you will very quickly figure out that the buckle matters a ton in a hustle strap, a ton. Like you will win every time if it's close between two people. I'm telling you, to me, it's so obvious. Like I can't believe we have the discussion, but
Devon, I will tell you something. During my prime, I top roll everyone.
Yeah, but that's because you're awesome.
Oh no, because that is why. I mean, like we pull in our trainings here for many years, and many world champion was from here, and we all together train, and I don't know. We always train with strap.
But you
always.
could beat
We just say hello, how are you? We put the strap. We never.
But you could beat them all, right?
I mean, the worst case I would top roll you, but they never top roll me. They never hook me. The worst case, just taking, maybe I would lose if the guy is heavy or something. But I mean, I don't know. So that is why I didn't realize until. But the question that when I'm asking that John Berzink, when did he realize? Todd, you were answering. Sorry about it.
I believe John Berzink always believed. I think he believes it to this day that the buckle side matters. I mean, it teases me every once in a while when I say that the buckle doesn't matter. I believed it up until a few years ago. I just set out to actually find proof of it. Because, there are certain things that have advantages in casinos have an advantage in gambling. There's an advantage to the white pieces in chess. There's always lane choice and drag racing. I was just trying to set out to prove it. And I couldn't find any indication whatsoever that the buckle side mattered, which is what led me to start looking at the side of the table without the straps. And it's the same in the East versus West matches so far. The side where if you're going to get the buckle, so if you're on the side looking away from the ref, that side loses more without the straps. And when you put the buckle on,
I'd agree with that.
It still loses more. It still loses more, but it loses less. If anything, the buckle averages out the table side a little bit. So there might be a disadvantage to which side of the table you're on. And we've just been attributing it to the buckle instead of to the fact that one arm wrestler is looking over his shoulder at the ref or the ref's like looking at your wrist a little bit more careful than the other. But we might have attributed all the stuff that's attributed to the strap and the buckle might very well be due to the fact that the ref is not looking at each arm wrestler the same, and TV's probably made it worse because now the down ref is like down and in the second row of the audience. They might not even be doing their job.
I agree with that, Todd. I would agree that even without the strap, that's the better side. I would agree with that because you get to see the ref and he doesn't see your wrist. So
he doesn't see your wrist and you're turned in more. The guy whose back is to the ref, his shoulders are super square and the other guy's almost always crooked.
I agree. But I would still rather have a hustle strap.
Well, but there's a difference between preferences and advantages.
Well, I have that preference because I am so certain. I'm so certain. Like, I think that if you look at, I can think of matches from my own career. Like when I pulled Marcio Barbosa back in 2008, back when it was, this is back when it was hustle strap time. Round one, he beat me lefty. And then after that, I was able to turn it around. The difference between the strap versus not strap was massive. John Berzink, 2008, round one. He had the buckle and I fucking pounded him. And then round two.
He was trying to top roll. Round two, he tried to hook you. That's the difference.
Right. Well, round two.
It was not because of the buckle.
Round two, we switched side of the table.
I understand, but the first round, when you flash him, he tried to top roll you. Right. He attacked your hand. Second time, he didn't attack your hand. He went inside. Right. That's the difference, not the buckle.
No, but also he had the good buckle on the second round.
I think he could hook you anyways.
whatever.
Hey, we have a couple of things. We have a super chat for $10 out there. Hey, Todd, if we were to have an engineer design a strap, which type of engineer would you hire?
I was probably a material scientist or a mechanical engineer.
Okay, and apparently Krasimir says that the new strap gives extra advantage to top rollers, and it's bad for hookers. Devon, what do you say?
Oh, I would disagree. I would say that it's
Krasimir.
symmetrical. I'd say that the new strap is symmetrical, and to me, it's just all about who can cheat better in the setup. Other than that, hookers, top rollers, I know that if I get an advantage in a strap, I can hook better in it. If I have an advantage in a strap, I can top roll better in it. If I have a disadvantage, both those things fall out. To me, it doesn't really matter hooking, top rolling. It's just your leverage points are better. Yeah.
The reason I asked about John when he realized that I was thinking if it's psychological or not after some people says, or he also really felt that. Because he really, and you too, in Dubai, you guys were like, oh, you're gonna have the buckle first. I'm gonna have the buckle
because we
first.
know, because
So
John
how
knows
can
it matters.
how can you say that today it doesn't make so much,
No, I'm saying it does. It does
No,
make
you
a
said
difference.
that now a little bit, but in the past it was like big. And
Way
Todd says
bigger.
not at all. And I say it depends on the style. I think we all are disagree.
So I don't think it matters about the style. I think it used to matter like massively, and now it still matters a bit. Yeah. Regardless of the style, it doesn't matter to me if I'm hooking, if I'm top rolling, if the guy I'm facing is a hooker, if he's a top roller. To me, it doesn't matter. This side is better because I can cheat better in it. The old system, forget about it. To me, I can't believe people even talk about the hustle strap, because to me, it's like take some time and just go back and forth with somebody who's close. You'll see it's so clear.
Are there more super chats so we can continue, or
No, guys,
there was more than two. I think I saw. So
there was a $4.99 super chat. Love listening to these legends and Artem too. And there was a silly one earlier for $5 about John, but I'm not reading that.
Why? What's that?
There was a little silly one. Yeah, I know you can read it if you want to, and I don't know. It's about like injections and stem cells. It's nasty.
About John Burzing to come to Istanbul have the stem cell. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
And so far that's it. We're good. There is yeah, no super chats. You guys go ahead.
Hey Todd, so I got a question for you. So based off of this information, would you be comfortable to pull a guy like me who claims it's like everything, like, and give them that? Would you be willing to like just?
It was not this last East versus West, but 2 East versus West ago. Me and Engen were talking about this in the lobby, and I said I should be able to sell my side of the table. So if you and I were in a match, then if
I would buy it.
When it comes up to choose a side, I said, look, you can have this side of the table for 15% of the purse, or we would start a negotiation, but I would sell the buckle side.
I think that's brilliant. I think that's a brilliant idea. So you could sell either buckle side, or you could sell the hustle strap if you felt really brave. You could be like, I'll sell you a hustle strap for this much. Man, that's smart.
And what is the organization rules are doing at this time?
We're just talking about potential week. I think that's I think that should be common from now on. I think
we're discussing East versus West 6.
It should always be on the table. I feel like that should be on the table. Like people should just be like, okay, are we gonna flip for it? I don't care. Oh, I don't care. Oh, I care a little bit. I'll buy it from you. I'll buy it for $20 and be like, no, more than 20. Be like, I'll buy it from you for $20. And see, it's like a shotgun clause.
Exactly.
I like it.
That would make things interesting. You can start bidding. You can probably get people in the audience to start bidding, and you can go fund me that.
Man, I like that. That is great. That's a great idea.
Only round that, yes, only round that Matt beat Hermes in Yalova, East versus West one was when the buckle was on Hermes's wrist.
I'm telling you, it makes a difference. It does. Like, it absolutely does. I can't believe that people don't. To me, it's just so obvious. But you can cheat at it.
The problem is you can't prove it.
Oh, I can prove it.
But you
I
feel
can
it.
prove
Can you prove it?
Yeah, I can prove it. I can prove it off of matches that I've had in the past.
But that's, you might have a problem with the buckle. That doesn't mean the buckle's unfair. You just, there might be something in the way you pull that disadvantages you. So it's one thing to say the buckle matters to Devon as opposed to
No.
saying the
Yeah, but
buckle
it's part
matters
of
to
it,
two
part of it,
arm
Todd.
wrestlers.
Everybody.
But Todd, even if it is the case, it is still, it means something, It means that in this type of style, it is disadvantage, even if it is the case.
Well, if it's just one person, because Devon arm wrestles in several different styles.
I mean,
You know.
Devon is
But
just
the buckle changes your style anyways.
Pronating
Yeah, but no
out
matter
like
what
this.
side of the table you're on, the buckle changes your style. So
I used to, so back in the old system, back when, so now it doesn't matter to me. I will arm wrestle the same basically regardless of the side because I don't think it makes as much of a difference. But back in the old system, depending on the side of the table I had, it would affect my plan on whether I was going to top roll or hook, or if I was going to try without straps. If I had the buckle, if I was on the side with the buckle, I would potentially attempt to hook or go inside much more often than I would the other way. Much more.
I think I'm gonna make the strap, without buckle for the East
That's
versus
smart.
West.
That's
No,
smart.
but you said that it is loose. It's gonna be, but I'm gonna make sure that it's gonna be tight.
That's smart.
it's hard to tighten a Velcro strap.
But we need, but not
I
only do
can
we,
make it. I can make it. I can produce. It's not hard,
I think,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just hard.
no
A
matter, when
Velcro
you
strap's
make,
hard to get tight.
when you're, that's, I agree with Todd. It's hard. It's really hard to get it tight. That's one problem you're going to run into. I've pissed around with it a lot. To me, it was a fail. Okay. But if you can do it, that's great. Just make sure that it's symmetrical. It has to be perfectly symmetrical.
Yes, those attached, it will
Yeah, but
be
what about the double buckle?
But double buckle defeats the fairness issue, right? So double buckle is great. It's fantastic. I'm a big fan of the double buckle. The problem is now look at the only problem with the double buckle is the time it takes to set it up and the administrative cost and efficiency of making it and selling it. And it should be simple. I like a double buckle. When the WAL was doing their thing and we were trying to advance it, I came up with a double buckle system as well. But it failed because it was a bit too complicated administratively to make it, to carry it, to uncoil it. It had other problems.
Okay.
Has to
So
be
I want to
simple.
interject something here. So so we got two proposals. We got a double buckle and a Velcro strap. Right?
Well, there's another option.
How would you prove they're better than the current strap? If it's just a survey of what people like,
Well,
then they're going to have like a bunch of people that like it just because Devon voted for it, and a bunch of, I'd have to go get like Brad Pitt and Kim Kardashian to advertise the other side.
So
if you can't
I'll tell you,
prove it makes a difference,
Yeah.
how do you know you solved it?
Yeah, but my friend, the one for sure has buckle at one side. The one that I am talking about, those that stitch part will be from the both sides. And you are saying it will not be super tight. I don't think that the strap should be super tight. I mean, as long as it does, I mean, it doesn't allow you to just get separated. It's holding you. I mean, it's normal that you can move in it. I mean, just like it has never meant to be. I mean, as long as the hands are holding each other, doesn't get apart. I mean, of course, we're gonna make it so tight, but it doesn't have to be really squeezing.
People are gonna slip out in that strapping, and I'd caution you early. I'd caution you early that there's a reason why that buckle is on there. There's a reason why we tighten those hands up so much. You get a flop
They will get apart.
Listen, you got Hermes versus Jerry. I'll tell you, in a Velcro system, it's not going to work. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, you have to duct tape those two
Because
guys
of so much
together.
pressure.
So much pressure, and Jerry's trying to come out the bottom, and Hermes will be coming over the top. They're going to come apart in a Velcro system. You got to tighten. You got to tighten those guys up like crazy. Otherwise, look, it'll be like Michael and Jerry. The thing is, look at
still didn't hold.
So, Todd, like when it comes to like how do you prove it and everything, and look, if there's a big study that you could do, I wouldn't have time for that myself. What I would say is if you want to just look very, very simply, you can say, and I think we can all agree that the hustle strap was unsymmetrical because of the buckle and because of the wrap. The fairer strap is unsymmetrical because of the buckle. The goal should be symmetry. If you have symmetry, then there should be no advantage to one arm wrestler, right?
I can't find an advantage today, and I
Okay,
find
okay, that's fine.
20
That's
years
fine.
ago.
Okay, so that's fine. You can't find an advantage, and there's people who are saying that there is an advantage. So let's just say that those advantages are found
nothing to
through the
argue.
lack of symmetry.
Nothing to oppose. If it is like symmetry, then there is nothing to argue about it. Like, because it's symmetry. I mean, what would we lose? You understand? This is what you are
Exactly.
saying.
So if we can create a system that is completely symmetrical, administratively easy, and fast to apply, we're winning. Right? So that would mean, look, and that's the reason why I caution a double buckle, because yes, it's symmetrical, yes, but just the simplicity and the ease of administration hasn't been improved. I think that there's potentially a system that tightens from the bottom with loops that you just put your hand through, whether it's 2 loops or whether it's 3 loops. There's a looping system that has a single point attachment, boom, tightens from the bottom, everybody gets pulled down. That's what I'm envisioning, but it has to be symmetrical. If it's not symmetrical, forget it, we're failing. If you ever make it unsymmetrical, it's not a step forward.
You could just handcuff people together.
There's that.
You know what I will do? I will just make nothing on it, and I will use very strong glue between the strap. Every round I will cut it out, and then use the new one. Just joking.
Somebody said it in the chat, super glue.
Yeah.
You know how Siamese twins are like melded? We need to create a very some kind of a cream that we can rub our hands where automatically our skin just sticks, right? And like we become like
how are you gonna climb?
Become like Siamese twins for a second. That's an even worse idea than handcuffs.
Devon, $20 20 try super chat. Devon, strap on tournament or not, if it's up to you.
Whatever. Like I think it's fine. I don't have a problem with the strap only tournament. I think that it might even save time. I don't have a problem with it. I just feel, look, everybody knows my opinion on straps versus no straps. I feel like if someone wins when both guys don't have a strap on, that somebody didn't try hard enough. That's the way I see it. I feel like, or one guy's just way stronger, Oh, Bob Brown just texted me. Bob Brown just texted me and he said, "Oh my God, this is so easy to solve." Hey, Bob, I know what Bob's gonna do. I tell you, he's probably just about to text me.
Bob been attacking the chat by saying that all you have to do, I think, is to wrap the other guy first. If you simply wrap the other wrist first, you have symmetry.
No, you do not, Bob. Bob, you do not. We already have some. Bob.
Wait, let me go. Before we go too far down the symmetry discussion, once the hands are moved, the strap is doing nothing but applying compression. I am not on board that this symmetrical wrap thing has any effect or is even important. It's only important when you apply it. As soon as there's any movement, that strap's doing nothing but compressing the hands together. So
Oh, hold on.
is-
That's not true. That's not true.
That's absolutely true.
It's true in the fair system. It's true in the
It's true
fair
in all
system.
systems.
No, it's not.
It's true. Yes,
No, it's
it
not.
is.
Okay, let
Yes,
me add to the debate here a little bit. Now imagine a system, Todd, when we were strapped together, where the only straps went from my wrist to your hand. Those are the only way we're tied together.
So it's a loop around your wrist and it goes around my hand.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like half the strap.
Right.
Okay.
How would that be?
Well, that would be an advantage to you because you're attached lower than I am.
Right. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm saying in the old strap, it's half of that.
The old strap that went around both our wrists and both our
Yes.
hands.
However, where is the lowest strap?
The lowest strap is the strap.
The lowest
up below
strap is
your
the
wrist
one the
bone,
person has to be on
whatever
low.
system you're in, the strap ends up right below your wrist bone, or else it's
Yeah. Okay, so what's the lowest
any strap
strap
application
there is
below the
on
wrist
the old style
slides up.
system? What's the lowest strap there is on the hustle strap?
You're saying, I mean, I know, why don't you just tell me what you're getting at? But what I'm telling you is moving that strap, whatever that was, from below the crossover to above it, did not affect the leverage advantage.
Yeah.
Once the
Yeah,
hands
Devon, if I put the strap low enough with the buckle, that's the lowest strap. Even if I have a buckle and I just apply it myself lower, that's where the
No.
lowest is. I'm
Nope.
doing it.
No.
Yes, I'm doing it. If
No.
if me and you arm wrestle and I put your strap higher myself, as I've done to you in practice,
Yeah.
I'll just yours and lower mine. Mine is lower.
Nope. Not in the hustle strap.
Yes,
Not in the
it
hustle
is.
strap. It's not. Listen.
Watch
listen,
how practice
Artem,
we do.
Artem, listen. If I give you the buckle, you have the buckle. Just hear me out. If you
Yeah,
have the buckle, you have the buckle. There we go. And you put that thing, you can put that bottom strap down to your elbow. I don't give a fuck. Put it down at your elbow. Okay.
Right.
And then you go to me and you wrap that thing around my fucking wrist. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And guess what? And then it comes back up and it goes to the buckle. You look at that. You tell me which is the lowest buckle, which is the lowest strap. What is the lowest strap?
Hold on, I already wrapped. Yeah. Well, I still can readjust after though.
No, it doesn't
lower.
matter. It's always the
It
lowest
doesn't
strap.
matter. That strap's gonna ride up to your wrist bone no matter where.
It's not going to even bite because the lowest strap is the one that's going to bite, and that goes from my wrist.
You know what? I see what you're saying about biting and stuff. I think I can agree with you there. I think it will depend on the build of the person too. Like
No, it
I
doesn't
think
matter. It doesn't
it
matter.
does.
It's going to be the same anytime the wrists come apart in the hustle strap system. It's always going to be the bottom bite. That's always going to be the bottom strap, and it's always going to be an advantage. It doesn't matter what the other guy does. But imagine if the other guy cheats it, how bad it gets. You can't ever lose in a hustle strap if you've hustle strapped the person. You cannot ever lose the battle of who's got the better strap. You will never lose it.
Stop yelling at your poor friends, Devon.
I have to yell about this. It's very important.
But the problem with all that supposition is the buckle side doesn't lose more in the hustle strap.
Well, I'll tell you that if you,
So
I'm
I don't
telling
know
you,
what advantage it got,
Todd,
but if it
I'm
didn't help
telling
you win
your
more,
study is flawed. I'm telling you it's flawed.
it's not
I
a
know
study.
myself
It's called
in my
counting.
Listen,
If there's
maybe some people just don't understand how to use it, but once you do, I'm telling you, you will destroy people who don't have it. And I'm fine. Look, I don't make this argument for myself as an athlete. Okay, I make this for the community because I know. Okay, listen, me as an athlete, please let me hustle strap you. Please let me do that. And listen, do you remember? Oh my God, yes. Here's a great one for you. Todd, do you remember when we pulled in Larratt?
Yes.
And do you remember that Bart came up with that new strap?
I mean, I remember all that, but I was
Do you
never on
remember
I cared.
that
I would have
everybody
sold.
was
I
like-
would have sold you the table side then.
That's right. Do you remember that Bart came up with this new strap and all the athletes were like, yep, sounds good. Yep, sounds good. Yep, sounds good. And then I walk in and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm like, okay, all right, you want to do that? Then I want this side of the table, right? Because all he did was flip it. He tried to make a new wrap and it changed it so that the buckle side had the bottom strap. I don't know if you remember. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I'm like, but listen, and I started explaining that all he did was reverse the side that he had not in fact made. And then we ended up going back to the old system. I don't know if you remember.
I
Anyways.
remember when we pulled, and I remember the strap discussions. I never remembered hearing. I just don't understand what kind of advantage doesn't result in more wins. So
Hold on.
I mean, before we start
But
inventing a new strap, we should probably figure out how we're
at like high level arm wrestling, like if you just look at like top guys who really know technique in close matches where it was like 3-2, 4-3, 4-4, like or not 4-4, but like look at those style of matches, high level guys, super matches in the era of like 2008 and before, and I will be so shocked if there's not massive statistical evidence to back up what I'm saying. I'll be so
there
shocked.
weren't a lot of super matches in 2000. Super matches didn't get popular until
It's true, but there
after
still were
2008.
some. There still were some. And I'd only be interested, like the only statistical data that I would think would be valuable is in guys who were technically competent and who were close. Like, I don't like one guy, like Engen was saying, like he beat all his guys. He's going to beat all his guys regardless. Like if you put me up against some guy who I'm better than, I'll beat him all the time regardless. It doesn't matter. It's only when it's close.
Well, wait.
Come on, man. Come on,
yeah.
Devon. You are talking like I have been pulling at the local events here, you know.
No, I'm saying that
second.
on a world
Examples,
level.
I'm giving you world championships, European championships against the Kazakh, Russians,
kill all those
Bulgarians,
guys.
these guys, and then you are saying like, oh, I mean, regardless or something like it is not like I haven't been pulling in Ontario.
I'm
I mean,
saying,
I want double goals at the WAF.
I'm saying who beat you. I'm saying find a guy that beat you during that era, have a super match with him. Yeah. I know you won. I'm saying
even if, but listen, first of all, you said, 1 second. First of all, you said, okay, Todd, I have to go. Okay, just wait 1 second. Todd, you said that the buckle side won more, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the East versus West. And Devon, what's your argument to this?
I'm not arguing. I'm saying that the fair strap is much more fair.
The only argument you can make, if you are saying that it's given more advantage to the non-buckle side, the only argument may be a further investigation to find out if it is styles, up to styles, but you say that even the styles doesn't make difference.
In East versus West, the buckle won less. In the two other tournaments during the hustle strap era, the buckle won more.
Oh, that's interesting. Even more.
Yeah.
So you are saying that all is maybe giving the advantage to the buckle side.
In the 1990 Trout Treat tournament and 2004 Unified Nationals, the buckle won more than it lost.
Okay. Anyway, so maybe, but do you like plan to? Is it possible to make a further, study about the style of the guys or something, or is too difficult? Todd.
Well, I mean, anything's possible, but I mean, I didn't write down whether they were both top rolling or both hooking or something. I just took,
So you personally didn't feel this, right? You personally, is it maybe you don't going so much forward or back, but just going sideways? Do you think, Devon, that's the reason that maybe Todd doesn't feel at all the difference, or?
I
Hey,
am
I
certain.
don't want to have the buckle either. Don't get me wrong. I prefer to not have the buckle. I just don't think it matters whether you win or lose.
Okay. Well, then why wouldn't you want?
Again,
And then why wouldn't you want if it doesn't make difference? You said you wouldn't want.
because I want to face the ref.
Oh,
I think-
that's the only reason. That's the only
If I
reason.
could face the ref and put the buckle on the other side, that would be fine with me. But I like facing the ref.
Hey,
To
Todd.
me, I think that's a bigger difference than
Hey,
the strap.
Todd, I got a hilarious proposal for you.
What's that?
Hey, what are you doing this weekend?
Oh, we're doing inventory. I'm busy this weekend.
What about Monday?
I'm just working.
You want to take a day off?
Oh, I can't.
Damn it.
I'm
Hey, I would have you. I'm going to the States. I leave to the States. I go to Modesto, then John's place, then LA. I would face you anytime. You could face the referee, and I would have the hustle strap.
Okay, I have a question. Devon.
Yeah.
Can you be Todd at same weight without having the extra wall 2 inches from the backside and without the shoulder going below?
Easy day. Easy day.
Todd?
Well, I think you should put that. He's coming to East First West anyways. You should set that up.
But does he want to pull against you, or because you lost?
I'm way
against-
too.
you
I'm
lost
way
against
too big and
Dominic?
strong. Even when I'm little, I'm way too big and strong. I just with Todd, I just go like this. I go boom, boom, bring my shoulder forward, bam. I'd throw my bones into it. I'd test my frame. Todd wouldn't want to come in there with me.
That's what happened last time.
I gotta go.
Okay. Todd, you would accept him, right? If he challenges you.
Again, I told you I'd pull anybody you picked.
Anyway, okay. I will just call that one.
Hey, if you get free, give me a call. I'm gonna be in the States for the next week. We can piss around with it.
Yeah,
I'd show you.
you're gonna be like 800 miles away from me.
Yeah.
I live
But
on
I'd
the
show
other
you.
side of the country.
Listen, all you need is somebody to pull with you a few times back and forth with this system, and you'd be like, okay, I see it now.
Okay, 61% says disadvantage, 39% says not advantage, not disadvantage. So
Is that in the fair strap or in the
yeah,
hustle?
the new one, the current
The
strap.
fair, yeah. Yeah, there is a small advantage.
61% say it's a disadvantage. Okay, Todd, you take care of yourself, and Devon, just stay a little bit. Just stay a little bit.
Bye, guys.
So,
Love you, Todd.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
So Devon, are you coming to East versus West?
I think that's the plan, isn't it? I think
I
it's
mean,
based
it's a
on.
plan between us, but would you like to say anything about it?
Well, I'll tell you, the future is always uncertain. You never know what the future holds, but if the right things happen, 100% you will see me. If the wrong things,
Listen, what you think is the right thing right now may not be the right thing in actual.
it's true.
So what you think is
It's just
not
there's certainly a very easy match that for me, there's a couple things that are going on. And when I think about my competitive arm wrestling, I do not want to go after Levon, right?
yeah.
Not right now. Not listen, Jody's like, he's like, never go after. Okay.
Yeah, she is right. No need. Look at you look like 15 years younger.
So so there still are some super heavyweights that I'd like to pull. There are, but what I'd really like to try and do is I'd try and like to move into the divisions. Okay, so there's a few divisions. There's the 115, there's 110, there's 105. And all of these I feel as though are in striking distance for me. The first one is the 115. And the 115 kilo, when I think who is the best on the planet, there's just a few names. There's
right
a few
now,
names.
people think that it is like hands down Prudnik. What
Right.
is proven? What's proven? Yeah,
Right.
but you would love to pull Prudnik if he keeps holding the title. Is it correct?
100%.
Okay, what if Michael proves otherwise?
Right. So, and that's the thing. So if Michael beats him, look at Michael and I are for sure going to arm wrestle. It's inevitable. Michael is going to be 80 years old and I'm going to be 50 years old and I will probably still arm wrestle.
Yeah.
But I just know that for Michael and I, it's a whole lot easier. And I just pulled Michael just recently. Not to say I don't want to pull Michael, because if Michael really is the guy, then geez, I might have to pull him. But but I just know that we have arm wrestled recently, and there's a lot of people that I haven't arm wrestled, and I'd like to get to arm wrestle some more people. And if Prudnik wins, to me, it's just very easy. It's very easy. That's the #1 guy in the class. Oh my God, I would love a shot. I'd love a shot at the #1 guy at 115. So if Prudnik is that guy, that's great. But if Michael's the #1 guy at 115, I don't know what I do. Do I there's some I have to make
it depends, because if Michael beats Prudnik, for sure he will be proving something very important, correct?
Very important. That's a huge match.
Yeah.
That's a big that match at 115 to me. There's like a couple other names that are maybes. Like I think at 115, I'd be interested to see what Sandra Settis can do at 115. Can he beat Michael? I don't know.
Friend, I will tell you something. Like, for example, last WAF, Sanders took third place. The Kazakh guy, Alexander Getalo, beat him. Also, the Russian dude. Yeah. So I mean, Sanders is incredible, but Sanders has not won any WAF title. And this year he may. The Getalo is coming, but the Russians are not coming. Georgians are not coming. You understand? Russia because of the war, Georgia because of the problems. So it still doesn't prove that, but I would love to see, for example, with Getalo. Getalo beat Arif Ertem in a super match.
Right. So that's what I'm talking about. So it's those kind of athletes that I'm looking at right now.
How about Ongarbayev? Do you know what happened? Only 10 days later, Ozan Koçak, Margarin, the who beat, Revaz and John in Moldova, and he's the current world champion. And Ongarbayev, Krasimir, many guys, they are pulling WAF 100 kilo, and your guy maybe Ongarbayev. And also remember, just because you are maybe just say Ongarbayev can be 107, 108, 110 kilo, and just because you are the title owner in the 105 kilo, it doesn't mean that you are not gonna pull in 115 kilo.
Right.
So like at some point, just remember one thing: when Prudnik and Ongarbayev went top roll versus top roll, Ongarbayev was the one who took the risk. Prudnik couldn't top roll him. So that may be another match for you, because Ongarbayev for sure will be pulling in 2 categories by gaining weight. Yeah, but you wouldn't want to maybe pull a match which is not for title, and then you may try to.
I would for sure. I'd like to get more active again. Like I had to give myself some time to kind of figure out exactly where my arm is. I'm happy. I gave it a really good test. I'm not worried anymore.
In Europe,
I gave it a really good test. I feel like I still have a bit of work to do. Like I still am still filming. I have a couple more seminars. There's a few little bits and pieces, but once that's done, I will switch back to getting ready to compete again. And and that's going to happen. I'll probably start to switch sometime November, December. So that'll set me up for, January, February, March, getting back into the swing of competitive arm wrestling.
January.
Maybe. Yeah.
I thought it was talks, but
it's looking very good to me. It's looking very good.
I don't know, people who I talk with, your training performance in Europe, especially after playing 6-7 hours in Germany, and then having some other very successful training sessions, people are just, I don't know.
There's a big difference between practice and competition. We all know that. There's a big difference. And what I'll say is that I am happy that my arm held together, because what I put it through for that 10-day or whatever I was gone between Germany and Paris, like the amount of volume that my arm withstood, I'm very happy. I know I'm in a place now where I don't need to worry about the injury, and I can start to take steps forward and compete again. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll be in there shortly, and probably.
Will you be surprised if Ongarbayev loses at WAF?
I know that the world is a big place, and there are
Did you
killers.
know that Ongarbayev never had the world title at WAF?
Yeah, that's what you're saying to me. Like I know Ongarbayev. I actually pulled Ongarbayev on a workout bench on a gym in Malaysia, like a couple days before he pulled Kurdecha, and he was awesome. Like we pulled pretty hard.
He pulled 2 days before he pulled Kurdecha?
Yes. I'm like,
Are you serious?
yes.
Wow.
I told him, I'm like, dude, I'm like, what do you like? I'm like, you're pulling in like 2 days. Like, he didn't care. He didn't care. He just wanted to pull me. So we did. We pulled.
Kurdecha.
I know. I love the guy. He's incredible. Yeah, it was him, and there was another guy from Shatter there, a littler guy, really good hook puller.
Was it tall or short? Mazgan?
Short.
Mazgan.
Yeah. Yeah, we were all pulling all that whole time before he pulled Kurdecha. We were arm wrestling. Yeah. And I know he's good. I know he's incredible. So yes, I would love to face him. There's a lot of matches that I haven't gotten to do. You know, I'm looking forward to having them.
Yeah. We really hope and plan to have you here in January. Okay. Yeah, come on. Make your mind up. We talk about it. We
already have talked about it. We already have talked about it.
Have you invited his wife yet?
Of course. Listen. I already invited you guys for November and previous 20 events. You know, every time I organize, I tell him just come and then be our special guest. Always. Of course, Judy. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Thank you. How teasing.
Yeah, she says she's just teasing you. She says she's just teasing you.
Oh, okay.
She's just teasing you. Yeah.
Anyway, so let's see. I will be bugging you, you know, right? I will be
Yeah,
bugging
well,
you.
don't bug me too much, Engen, or else I'll end up top rolling you.
You're not gonna top roll me.
No, that's right. I'm gonna hook you.
No, you cannot do either of them.
Well, that's right. I'm gonna floppers press you.
That's possible. You may exhaust me and beat me like this, but you know, just open from bicep. But doctor said that only 20% is this long head of the bicep is holding. The 80% is gone. Yeah, he told me already. Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah,
well,
but if you're going down there, our match is gonna happen, you know, right? I know your fans will be laughing at me, but yeah, I love, you know, how I was just playing with you after my Gold Classic as a 70-kilo guy, 154 guy. And you show me how you do that.
Hey, Artem, you believe this guy, man?
I've seen Engen's video, man. I can see that happening. I'm sorry.
No, I don't know if it can happen, but it happened in 2005, my Gold Classic. And then he came to Istanbul to my guest, but I was totally injured. But he beat everyone there, including Krasimir. He didn't pull, but I couldn't do anything. I was injured, and he was much better. 2012, right? Early 2012. Yeah.
12? I don't remember. It was great.
Devon, you better be careful. Engen Don rolled his sleeve up. He's ready.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I hope everything will be okay, and I will be bugging you. You are not top rolling me. If you go down to 105 to pull John or Ongarbayev, you're gonna lose that extra 5 kilo, and we're gonna keep our word. I will flash you. We will go directly referee's grip, strap, as you want, strap.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. You pick the rules. You pick the contract.
No, not big rule. If we agree, we go strap. The referee's grip, you know, it's not that hard to go. And then close the hand. I will hit you sideways as hard as possible. you are not gonna top roll this wrist. Just look at it. Does it look like it's gonna go back?
John, Engen, be careful because you're gonna start to say that I'm the greatest if you pull me. You don't want that. Nobody wants that.
Why would I say that? I never thought that the guy I beat is greatest.
You'll start saying it if we arm wrestle.
Why?
Because you'll have felt it and you'll know.
Just you will go down to 100, and I'm very fat, 90 kilo, and then I will go up to 100 kilo. Can you imagine me at 100 kilo?
Man, I
Like
see.
this belly, tiny, that shoulder, 50 something biceps. Woo! And I had just
It wouldn't look anything like that, Engen. It wouldn't look anything.
If you pull, you will be just. I will hide myself. When I do live on the internet, I will be doing like this, not showing anything, just my head like this, and then you will not realize what's happening.
Engen, you don't want to go down this path this early. You don't want to start here. You don't want to start.
We will.
Hey, listen, I gotta get out of here before this gets crazy. Okay. Just remember that I'm huge, and I'll be huge when I'm 105, huge when I'm 110. It won't matter. See that, Engen?
No, we agreed 100, and then you will see.
Don't forget that, Engen. Right there.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
You will see. You have been just technically, how to say, beating the guys that you are superior to them. But whenever you meet something, is just like much more coordinated and superior and smarter. And then you will be like, what's going on? You know, just like, wow, it's a mistake. You know what I did. You know.
Engen, when you're ready, just open up that pocketbook. Just open up that pocketbook so you can put bacon in that pan, right, Jody?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Put bacon in that pan for us, eh? I'll even buy my dog a new bone if I get to pull you.
What does it mean?
A new bone.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, why
you know
would
what a bone is?
I know, but what does it have to do with our match?
Oh, I'll be rich afterwards because you'll pay me.
Yeah. You know, just watch your mouth. Don't involve country. Don't involve anything family or anything. Then do whatever you say. I will just not listen to you because you will give me a headache, you know. And then
no country, no family,
and not hurting the honor type of thing. But you can say, again, you are scared of me, but you don't call me something bad. But you can say that I'm gonna crush your arm. I'm gonna break your arm. Like you can say, Engin, oh, tomorrow at 2 a.m. in the morning, I will be smelling the salt of your tears. You know, I can't believe that you were having the biggest match of your life, and the last word of you was me. How I lived rent-free in your head at the moment. I was just so surprised.
Do you remember when you arm wrestled John Brzezinski and he destroyed you?
Yeah, you mean I had the torn bicep and he
made it just look silly,
no.
right?
I just had COVID.
That's enough.
Right. And you know that like just a couple days before that, I just totally destroyed John, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But just remember one thing. I had COVID. 5 trainings
I had COVID.
5 trainings. No, I really was dying. Everyone saw for a month.
I was dying.
Yeah, and I had torn bicep. I was 90 kilo fat 90 kilo. John was 109 kilo. You understand? And okay, whatever. You will be going 100. I will go 100. Good training, no injury.
Are you serious right now, Engen?
What do you mean?
You really want me to destroy you? Is that really what you want?
You can. I will flash you. And you're gonna have that low hand top roll, woo, right above your thumb, you know, right above your thumb. Wow.
Engen,
wow. You
can't actually be serious, right?
I am very serious.
Like it's cool and all. Like I know it's, but really, like, do you really want to arm wrestle me?
If I am ready, I am like more than ready to just hit you sideways.
I will tell you something very honestly.
Okay.
Be very honest with you.
Okay.
I really like you, Engen.
But it's not gonna change what
I really like you.
It's okay. You can.
I really like you.
This is the strategy, right? That you to make me like soft
No,
and not to
I'm
hurt
just
you.
telling you.
Yeah, okay.
I really like you.
Okay.
I really like John Brzenk, but I destroyed him.
He destroyed you too.
He has in the past, and I'm telling you,
I mean,
if you
yeah,
really
you
want to
58 years
face
old,
me,
58
if you
years old man. Yeah.
really want to face me, I'll put it on the shelf for a bit, and I will destroy you.
People in the chat saying sign that contract.
But listen, Angan, it's silly. Seriously, that's the problem is nobody actually thinks that you could beat me. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
that's good. So what does it mean? I mean, what does it change?
Well, it just means that
At
nobody
least
would,
you know. At least
nobody
you
would,
know.
like nobody would bet on you.
It's okay. It's just the people who bet on me will make the most money probably that way.
But nobody would. That's the problem.
Oh, let's see. I mean, the people who sports me, they don't gamble. That
Okay,
maybe
listen. Say that
And can you make a poll?
No, I
Angan,
know people
say
are
that
gonna
you
say that.
had like, say that there was no ethical, and it was just you, and you had $1,000, and that's all you had left, and we met at 100 kilo. Would you really put that $1,000?
My friend, I don't. You know that I even ask you to not to put my matches on the stakings because
I know.
I don't want to be part of the gambling. So you're asking me to bet now. I mean, I only know one thing that I would really like. You go down to the weight, I go up to that weight, and then that will be a hard time for you.
Now you know a lot about arm wrestling, Angan. So what percentage would you give yourself?
Just like I will tell you something. For sure, with the goal, whenever I hit you, you either will end up on the pad or just 1 centimeter above or something. But I think I will flash pin you.
Angan. Oh my God.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Hold on, Devon. Hold on.
Like
hold
I
on.
can hear all the
Angan's
laughter. Everybody's laughing right now.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, they are
hold
laughing
on.
at someone. They are laughing at someone that probably has done things more than 99%.
And that's what, look at, I agree. Angan, you're incredible. But if you were to face me at 100 kilo, you would call me the greatest. You'd just be like, oh my God, Devon.
Why?
Oh my God.
Why?
Angan, I would destroy you. I would destroy you.
You are not gonna destroy me. You will end up like this somewhere. I don't know if it is gonna be just boom or just like 1 centimeter and come back and hit and pin, or I don't know. We will see. Yeah, okay. I will be honest with you. To do that 3 times, maybe a problem.
I was about to interrupt you guys. The first time, I think it's possible. I think Angan is the flash. What about the second round? What about the second round and the third?
Yeah, it depends how quick the first round is.
Guys, just seriously. Like, I can't believe we're even discussing this. This is even more absurd than talking about the hustle strap.
I will tell you something. When I pulled the John, like, trust me, I really was COVID. I was dying, and I had only 5 trainings, and the bicep was still injured. But I promised the guy, so I pulled it. But John, especially on the second round, he said I separated him.
He said he did good, right?
I talked with him.
You almost had me, Angan. You almost had me.
No. Yanis was there. Raymond was there. He said that whenever I hit him, also we did a training later. I didn't join, but he said that whenever I hit him the roll, he was apart. He thought that the next I was gonna flash him, but he said I didn't have the side pressure to do that. And he said whenever he pinned me, he said it was the 95% of his max effort that he pinned me. But that, trust me, don't know. I talk with him, whatever. I know what I felt. And then when I made the mistake in the second round, it was my max. My friend Niazi told me to row. And then whenever I row, I was vulnerable to the side pressure. But till that moment, like I was more moving that way, trust me, that the match was stuck there. And then whenever I row, just if you would know Turkish, you would hear from the video. And then he slowly pressed me, but he didn't have the wrist. But this is probably I will be 30% stronger than how I was there. And I believe that John at same weight would beat you.
No.
Yeah. You super heavyweight, John heavyweight, you beat John.
Now listen, John
Yeah.
was like 250 when he pulled me.
Yeah, but he was just like bloated, you know.
Yeah. Look it.
So what is it, guys? Are we signing this contract for main entertainment card match, East versus West, number
Look,
6?
To me, it's just here's what I know will happen. Okay, the first thing I know is that Engen needs to really think about this, because I think deep down he knows that it's mission impossible.
No, Devon. I have no doubt as long as
Devon, Engen roll 2 sleeves up.
listen, I had just stem cell. Probably I can say that biggest reason is you.
You're gonna need to have 5 more sessions.
No, I don't know. We will see. Today I started training. He also did not do the joint, but also do the lateral here. Even with the empty bar, it hurt me. If this goes well, listen, I really want to pull, you know. But if this goes well, if I'm in good shape, I will pull you for sure. But if the elbows joint doesn't handle, I mean, I can't, because my chance, I cannot go into with you endurance game. We both know that. I really need to just take you and hit the pad, you know. That's all I can do. But if I am hurt, it doesn't help, because right now I can't even press as much as my junior students. But if I can press, yeah, sideways without pain, you know, those cartilage grows here, I mean, I will pull you. I promise.
Okay, so that's the first thing.
What?
The second thing is that once we were to sign a contract, before we had the match, you would probably end up in an insane asylum.
I will what?
Yeah. You would probably end up in an insane asylum. You'd go crazy.
Because
Meaning
you
you will be in the place with crazy people. That's what he said.
oh, you're gonna provocate me.
No, you'd provocate yourself. You just spin out into, you just completely lose your mind.
No. I mean, I have handled, like, just imagine how much pressure during my career. It's not gonna. But if you go too disrespectful, then let's not go there, because it's gonna affect our friendship. We don't want that.
A question: how many people are on the Arm Wrestling Engen Facebook page right now?
There's 752 people watching us live.
No, but how many people are on the
18,000.
How many?
18,000.
18,000?
Yeah.
I bet by the time that match happened, it would be down to about 10,000, and you'd blocked probably 8,000 accounts. Oh,
It's time to end this, boys.
Thanks, Jody.
why? What do you mean it's time to end it? Like I have to go? I gotta go.
Okay.
Hey, Engen.
Okay.
I will destroy you, Engen. I'll destroy you. The time has been coming for a while. You know it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
Jason Statham is here. James Statham.
Yeah. We're gonna pull.
It's
Just
only a matter of time, Engen. I get skinny
Yeah.
enough, and you
Yeah.
think you can get me, I will crush you.
also the people on the chat that saying
But
calling me
Engen,
delusional.
it'll hurt you
Fuck
very
you,
badly.
fuck you. I have done things during my career that you couldn't even do 1% of it.
Oh,
Just
stop
open your
it,
own
Engen.
ass
You
and
don't
look
even
at your ass
understand
and
the
rep
hustle
it.
strap.
And-
You don't even understand the hustle strap.
I need you to do something around here. Get off of me.
Engen,
Okay, take care.
Engen, be
Take care.
careful,
Listen
Engen.
to boss.
Be
Listen to boss.
careful.
Okay, bye.
It'll be very bad for you, Engen. Very, very bad.
No. Can you do like this?
I'm
Can you do
sorry,
like this?
Engen. Listen,
Can you do like this?
we're still friends, Engen. We're still friends.
Yeah, we will stay
Be
friends.
very careful, Engen. Be very careful. I gotta go. I love you guys.
Yeah, just
Hi, Devon.
the boss. Yeah.
We have a $50. We have 50 Turkish dollars. Man, I love Devon against Engen at 100 kilos, but I will be challenging for both athletes. Can't say who will win. It looks like a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, but you are right. You are right. You know, just trust me one thing, my friend. Artem,
Huh?
I would, no, I don't need to chill with the curse, but I can send you away from this channel so you can shut the fuck up. Yeah, see?
That's easy. Hey, well, while you read, guys, since I got the times to talk, we do have East versus West YouTube channel. So, and I'll be throwing the links. Make sure to comment, subscribe to that because we need 1,000 subscribers before next East versus West, hopefully. So make sure you click and subscribe, and you know it will be a lot better for all of us. Comes next event.
Yeah. I mean, just I will tell you something. I
Go
will
ahead.
tell you something. Yes. What I believe, if that match happens, we hold, the strap is tight, and if he would be dominant right away, right from the start, you
Right, so
understand?
here- yeah,
I will be very surprised. For sure that, you know, I will be hitting him so hard, he won't be taking my wrist or anything. He will be coming somewhere. Either we'll go to the pad or he will just stop somewhere. I'm not talking about best of Devon. Many people here are the, oh, okay, one guy, another guy.
Well, Engin, my question, because I've pulled Devon a bunch of the practices, right? So do you really want to, like, you know, I'm entertaining the idea. Do you really want to hit him?
Why? Of course, I mean, you cannot listen. Any
Because
second.
I've seen him in practice. Whenever he goes, that's usually when he breaks apart. That's why I don't know.
My friend, listen. Every match that is like active, every second, you understand? He is like a vampire. He will be sucking your blood.
Right,
In
for sure.
my pulling style, I don't know if you have seen when I'm healthy how I can hit. I can hit so terribly, you know, just directly to the pad. You understand? Right from the start, without positioning this, I can go right to the, if elbow is healthy. Right now, elbow is not healthy. That is why I can hit with the elbow. I need to pronate and wrist curl, and then after I unlock the guy, and then I pin. But if I am healthy, I can really hit sideways so strong, and I wouldn't want to pull him like referee puts strap. We close the hand, close referee's grip, and then I would probably put pressure right 2 seconds before the go, and then right to the pad. You know, I would try to go. That is what I wanted to go. More you stay active with him, more, you know, you will go down, and
I
then
understand. Yeah.
he will go up. So you wouldn't want, I'm not underestimating him. If he's just 120 kilo, 113 kilo, 30 kilo, even 110 kilo, I wouldn't pull him. I'm talking about a wild Devon. You understand? WAL Devon I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about any kind of earlier shape of mine. You understand? I'm talking about 100, maybe even 105 kilo and making 100 and again reaching 105 kilo. I wouldn't pull with him within the condition that I am, you know.
All you're saying that you genuinely believe that he's in that 225 pounds to, you know, whatever, 100 kilos.
220, we agreed.
100 kilos to 20 pounds until, you know, what's the limit, I think, 240, what's 110? Where's you capping? Where you think it's capping for Devon?
What's that?
What's the weight limit? So you want him at 220, or what's the heaviest can it go?
You mean Devon after the weigh-in?
Yep, Devon. No, not the weigh-in. Where are you comfortable? Where are you comfortable pulling Devon? If he is between what weight? 220 and 240? So like 100 kilo, 105?
I mean, we agreed that 100 kilo limit. We agreed there.
Okay,
Anything below that would be unfair to him. Anything above that would be unfair to me because the WAF, I never competed above 75 kilo.
Right.
Even if you see me 100 kilo, you will see me with minimum 10 kilo fat still.
Right.
You understand? Yeah.
Yes,
I am
yes.
now about 90 kilos. Still, like if I would be ripped right now, I wouldn't be even weighing 80 kilos. So
But-
anything. What?
What's your weight right now? Because people in comments have an important thing. Is it healthy for you to try to bulk all the way to your 100 kilos? Is this healthy?
I don't know. Probably it's not. Probably it's not.
Well, as
Yeah.
long as you know. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I mean, but whenever he comes here and then he provocates me, like, you know, just like, yeah, Engin, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do. The only problem with me is here, you know, the car has, you know, reverse shift as well, right?
Right.
I don't have that one. That's the problem.
Right.
I never had like that. Sorry about it. That reverse shift, I never had it. So that is why. I mean, if I'm healthy, I will go for it. You know.
I
Yeah.
got you. Well, be careful. Just be careful. I see what you're saying. Yeah, pulling Devon. Here, what I was trying to say.
This
You're
guy is not
100%.
so explosive, my friend. This guy is not so
You're
explosive.
100%. You know what? You know what? I think what I'm referring to. You're right. Just attacking him as he sucks you in, it's a bad idea. I think what I'm referring to. I know if you notice that. If on practices, if you tell Devon to go, when he goes on his own, that's where he breaks apart a little bit. Well, he just waiting for you to make a mistake for the position. Yeah, you're gonna be done, and that's it. But if you're like, well, no, you go, let me hold you. That's where Devon's wrist can fall apart a little bit. You know what I mean?
My friend, I cannot depend on where he is
Yeah,
good
yeah,
at.
yeah. You cannot tell him that. Yeah.
I need to depend on what I am doing at best. You know, you understand?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
The thing with my right wrist is flexor to the end here to lock here is not super good. But the wrist to handle at the beginning position, even I hold like this, you pull with two hands, I press. I mean, this wrist is not, this is handling, you understand? Whenever I press, the wrist is not going back. At this start is really solid wrist to not to be bent. So more I put pressure, more it will handle. You understand? But I need to make here strong, and then so that I can put this strong wrist behind so much pressure. You understand? But if the elbow is hurting, your wrist being solid doesn't matter. There needs to be a force behind so that I can. I'm not going to try to control his pronator with my wrist. I'm going to try to control his pronator with the pressure and then handling. More I will like. Some people goes, their wrist goes back. You understand?
Yes, that's normally what happens. Yeah, against him.
Yeah, that is not the. I don't know. And people
I mean, you're correct. That's exactly what happens. You go sideways with him, and normally, yes,
yeah. That's why I'm saying. And then some people, when they go sideways, because they want to press more here, they are losing their pronator. I have never used my pronator in active way. I don't try to totally pronate out. My pronator actually is whenever the pressure is coming, it is getting even more effect. So when
I know, I think me and you disagree. Like, I know you like that static pronation. Yeah.
Just people like I hold people, they don't feel any active power on my pronation, but they try to beat me. Their wrist goes like this. I don't really apply so much. I just stay like this solid. That's enough. Big pronator is more block. So many people either they need to pronate or go side pressure. When they go side, they may lose their pronator. With me, my side pressure and the pronator and the wrist handling is all working together. So that there is a possibility that I would try to keep his wrist at the neutral position and attack on his pronator at the same time, you understand, sideways, over, and then it can handle. I'm again saying the 110 kilo, 115, 120, Devon, no, I'm not talking about it, but just people need to understand that 100 kilo Devon is not Superman. I may not beat him. I think there's possibility. At the end, most likely, he will end up winning 3-1, 3-2. This is what I'm just saying. But that first couple of rounds or something, you know, if people are thinking that he's just gonna hold me like this and look at my face, then they are the ones who are delusional. I'm talking about the right from the start. You understand? To do directly going to the pad. but I mean,
What
endurance.
can you tell?
I-
So what's your? How do you do? So what you're saying? Let me understand it. You're saying your style, because I'm trying to see how you're going to defeat that if he potentially stops that with the pronation. You're saying your specific style is actually perfect to go there and not get your hand open, right?
What hand
Or-
open? What
Yeah.
hand
So
open?
what you're saying, like, how are you going to not get your
I
hand
think
open?
that I
You
think
know,
that if I
what's
would
the-
try to totally top roll him, it's no good for me. I will be
Uh-huh.
missing. I will be missing his pronator. If I totally try to
Okay,
control
got
that, maybe
Gotcha.
I may be having problem with my own pronator. So that the thing is just to keep both of them at the neutral position, and then
So almost like Justin Bishop, very neutral, have control all around, but not to over rotate anything. Just go at
yeah,
it.
I mean just I need to attack on his pronator. I really need to hit like this, but I know it is not gonna be like this, but will stay most likely flat.
You're correct. Yes.
I
Yeah,
will
because
tell
that's
you
what.
something. Just watch the second match with Arthur Makarov.
Okay, you know,
Arthur
I've
Makarov.
seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, but on the second round, when I win, I tear the bicep, and even including in the match, it got teared. But just watch the round one and round two, and then watch Alan Zolev versus Arthur Makarov. At the WAF, when Arthur was doing like this, when Alan Zolev was going, his wrist was like going. But with me, it wasn't the case. When they and I even Arthur, even in the strap, just look at that. I can show you the picture. In the strap, you don't see like this, but even in the strap, second round, his fingers went into his own hand because of my pronator. I will show you the picture. That doesn't. It may slide down, but it doesn't happen like this. The reason that I tear my bicep during that match because I saw the second match. He was closer, so I put my feet to the right corner of the leg, and I pull him so hard that his fingers went slided in on his hand. But the problem is, after I took his wrist, whenever I pull more, wrist came, only the strap is holding. So more you pull, you are not actually putting pressure to his hand, but you are trying to pull his lat from the
Right.
pad. You understand?
Yeah,
So
now it's
because
yours. His lot. Yeah.
and there is no bicep which is stronger than the lat, especially Arthur's lat. You understand? And the more I pull, so that is where the bicep went. You understand? And then I came closer and I won. But just look at those matches. My wrist didn't go back.
Okay.
Those two matches, yeah. But look at Alan Zola beat him at WAF. Just watch 3 matches, took more than 2 minutes. But round 1 and round 2, me against Arthur, took 9 seconds. First round 4 seconds, and the second round 5 seconds. And trust me, Arthur here is brachyradialis, very, very strong guy. So I'm not saying that Arthur comparable that, but I will not be that way either. I will be 100 kilos. So if people are thinking that those guys in super heavyweights and heavyweights, pound for pound, they are much superior to those lighter guys, they are mistaken. Do you understand what I'm going? Those guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You take an elite in shape, those WF champion guys, and you put them against, or not in shape or whatever, regular day, heavy day. Yeah, you will see some weird upsets and something you're not gonna like for sure.
Yeah. So what I just tried to say that Devon 100 kilo, I don't think it's his comfortable zone, and 100 kilo for me is not my category. So it would be probably fair. It would be fair if I can be in a like, for example, I will tell you, Devon had the stem cell, and then I saw him 5 days, 6 days later, he was at the table and pulling nonstop. I had stem cell, and 9 days. Now I did the hammer curl with the empty bar. It was still killing me from the lateral epicondylate. So I really do not know my condition. But if I'm good, people knows me.
Yeah, how do you like that? Because I was offered. Sorry to interrupt. I was offered by my sponsor the stem cell treatment. How do you like that? Yes, no? Is it?
I mean,
you make improvements?
But no, it's just only 9 days. He said it will be the effects will be seen after 4 months.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah, after 4 months, you know. So, but this is only 9 days. He said that after 10 days, do with 30%. Yeah, 30%. So we will see. We will see. I mean, if I am just believe in one thing, if I'm ready, if I'm ready, I can pull anyone at my weight. If I'm ready, I can pull. See, I pull Viorel Dobrin. Did you see that match?
Yes.
I beat him 5-0, except one round that I overpronated. All of them were easy, just flash pins. And the same year, Viorel Dobrin won 85 kilo worlds. He is the
Right.
current world champion in 85 kilo. Who did he beat in the final? He beat Tautiev. Yeah, in the final, he beat Tautiev. He toppled Tautiev, and every round I toppled. Easily took his wrist, you know, and beat him flash pin. See, many people, if you are an outside puller, and when you go sideways with Viorel, you are losing your wrist. I mean, you need to go a little bit inner sideways with him. But every round, when our wrists were just matching each other, his wrist was going back. You understand? You don't see that. Like Mindaugas, we pull. Every time I pull, his wrist goes back. You know. So what I just tried to say that I have good wrist handling.
Right. You have a better hand control. Yes.
Yeah, but the only problem is how much joint will be healthier and how much pressure I can add behind so that I can hit. You know, that's what it is. You know, just nothing else. So, anyways, my friends, it is long time. You know.
Yes, sir.
And then so, anyways, so let's we can finish. But a lot of people have no idea. A lot of people have no idea about what they are talking. Again, last time I'm saying, I'm not talking about the Devon that they saw against Levan or Michael or John or something. I'm talking about wild Devon. And do you think that, I will tell you something, Artem, do you think that 100 kilo Devon, for sure, the best in the world in 100 kilo?
No, so for that to be said, one Devon gets to the 225. I mean, no, like one last time when he was that weight, he was losing to John, right? That's what happened last weight 225. I think, in my opinion, yeah, there's like 20 more people. There are 20 more people that he needs to beat, and he's like, all right, he's in the top 10, top 5, and whatever. Like
you cannot say 100% that 100
no,
kilo.
not at all. He has too many dudes. Yeah, you have too many dudes that still look normal, that still can do that. Like as you said, Angarbayev, probably Gitalo is like also looks healthy. There's a lot of people that's still in that tall and lanky 220, you know, pounds class.
But if I say that I can pull this guy, why is it not like super surprising for people that whenever you say Devon, it's because he's so famous?
I guess it's two things. I don't know. To be fair, obviously it's a fame, right? Second thing, probably the initial weight difference, right? Because as you said, you're pulling Arthur and all those mainly middleweight, lightweight guys, right? And Devon is like in an outer frame. It really depends how far does he really see it in that 100 kilo? Is he like really the top 5 guy? And he's really like in that, you know, top 20 guy. I guess how good he really is over there, it all depends. So I mean, I agree with you. It's not too crazy, but I think people disagree with you for the thing. Obviously, he's famous. Second, that he just went after Levon, so he is bigger. And I think
we understand that, you know, we're not talking about that Devon, right? We are not talking
right. Yeah, I understand. Yes.
30 kilo Devon, yeah. We're talking about 100 kilo Devon, yeah.
Yeah. I guess people will, well, in Devon's point good too, you know what I mean? Because technically, you know, even though, you know, you were in a bad shape pulling John, but like, even if you want to come back to that, he was beating John then, but yes, the weight is not the same still, right? So I guess people can refer to that as Devon was referring to that, right? There's obviously a lot more circumstances. Is it you were saying, like you had COVID, you know, all of that was happening, biceps.
In June 2021, I tore my bicep. And then many months later, I started with 1 kilo, 2 kilo, and then I thought I would come in a good shape. And by the time of New Year, I was in a like very hopeful shape that I had 2.5 months more. And I was like, yeah, I will be good. And then I went to the Seychelles Island with Arif, and there I got COVID. and I come back there. I thought I was dying, you know. Yeah, and
Right.
then from New Year till the John match, I only had 5 matches, which was 5 trainings, and which was like when I had just COVID. I get out of COVID, you understand? And just I don't know. John even made it. People say people doesn't know. People just wants to believe what they want to believe. You understand? They don't believe what's the fact. When John said that he had I know what John felt. I know John himself felt, and he told this front of many people as well. You know, and he even next day or a few days later he said that Engis Pronator is probably better than Crazy George Pronator, and we all know that the guy has incredible Pronator. So the only difference is that I can tell you maybe I should pull John first at 100 kilo, and then we can see the difference, and then maybe we can understand if I would be. But can you for sure say that 100 kilo Devon would beat 100 kilo John for sure? Like Devon asked to Raymond said John would beat him.
Hey, I mean, some might say right no, but last time it happened, John won. And not only John won last time, like all the years ago, John also won technically coming back. He was not active. He was not part of WL. He was, he came back that year and beat Devon. And, if you were an arm wrestler back in those days, the feeling was not there. You cannot, people know John is the GOAT, but you cannot think it can happen. So, with me seeing that years ago, yeah, I can't tell you who beat who, John or Devon.
So like, for example, right now, Devon is gonna pull Prudnik, and Devon is gonna pull Prudnik at 115 kilo, and then maybe Ongarbayev, if he comes close to 105, and then if I get healthier and ready, good shape, I think I'm not gonna start right away with Devon.
I would like to see Prudnik and Devon for sure, because Devon been pulling Levon, who's like, well, if you can't beat him, it doesn't really tell you much because he's the number one guy. But if Devon beats Prudnik, it actually will tell a lot about Devon's level around everybody, right? Because him pulling Levon didn't actually do much.
More you lose weight if you are near 2 meters. And more you lose weight, more it is your comfortable zone.
The only problem with those guys that the height remains the same. Their forearm is still long. It's still hard to deal with.
Yeah, long, but there needs to be some muscle strength, horsepower, sports. Needs to support it. Yeah. And sometimes when you have long arm, especially with the WAF rules, referee is gonna pull your elbow back to get the center. You understand? And your arm will not look anymore like this, but your arm will look like this.
So you're saying in another thing, you also get in a better position for the top roll, huh?
Because we are gonna be at the center,
Okay,
He's not gonna stay like this, the referee is gonna make him go back, and then he will give me more, you know what I mean, especially in this. Let's see how it will be, But people are just so much intimidated by the fame. I know he's very strong, but it's not Superman.
Yeah, hey, as Devon said, you cannot read comments. If the match does happen, you cannot pay attention to people.
Anyway, so thank you very much for joining. Exactly 2
sir.
hours, and hope to see you.
Yes, sir. I'll see you. Like what, 4 or 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Yeah, 5 weeks later in Istanbul. You take care of yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we go, guys, there's still 455 of you. We have East versus West Instagram. We have East versus West eBay YouTube account. Feel free to sign up and subscribe, because we need all those people to get East versus West a lot bigger by the next one, and we don't want it to stop. So please make sure, go like and subscribe Engin's page. Go click on all the new YouTube links that I just threw out, and yes, and you guys will see Engin next time.
I read these comments that these people doesn't know. I think you and we get upset with each other too, because when I said that I flashed Travis Badgett and I was only 70 kilo. No.
You did not read my comment back then.
You were just making fun.
I
How
was
can you?
not.
How
I
can
was
you?
not. I was
How
not.
can you
No,
be?
no, no, no,
How
no,
can
no.
you
I'm
be
not. I'm
Travis?
not. No,
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 no.
no.
How
I'm
can you
not.
be
No,
Travis?
I'm not giving
No,
it to
no.
you.
Listen.
I'm willing to lose my job not to give it. I never said that. All I ask you is their video so I can find it because I can find
No,
it.
no. You
That's
don't
all I
remember
ask.
your comment. You don't
And you
remember your
blocked.
comment.
You blocked me. You blocked
No,
me after that.
Listen. Your comment was, "How can you be Travis? You are not even at the same weight." This is. I remember like yesterday.
Right,
And I
right,
said,
right. You know why I said that? See, you didn't read it right. You didn't read it right. That's why you have problems. If you message me, hey, Artem, what do you mean? I said, Engin, I mean that you and Travis are not in the same weight class. So there's no way you will pull each other. So
But
you will have to tell me.
How? Why would they be in the same weight?
How do you, so yeah, you have to tell me. You have to explain it to me. Hey,
No, but
Artem,
you
that
were just
happened.
like you were just meaning like you
No,
lying.
no, Engin,
Yeah.
I know what I meant. I know I got upset with you because, oh my God, this guy can't even listen. And I was trying to be nice. I was not trying to upset you. And then after that day, I'm like, oh yeah, I will never want to deal with Engin because I was trying to be nice. I was trying to make sure I will find the correct
You are
information.
not.
and
You were
blocked
being
me.
sarcastic. You were being sarcastic.
No, fuck
Come
no.
on.
I know me.
Yes.
I know I'm not. I know I was so trying. I was so glad you unblocked me. I'm in this group. You message me. I'm like, yo, Engin, how does it happen? What the circumstance? Let me find this. No. Oh, you're making fun of me. I
I
block
mean,
you.
why would you even question such thing? If I said I beat him, I beat him. Some people comes and write.
I get a
Oh,
question. I get a
practice.
question if you beat him. I
Listen,
just question this
some
video
people
exists.
listen, some people says that, oh, Engin, practice pull doesn't count. Who the fuck said that, it was a practice pull, It was just like, I beat guys like Michael Todd. I was 70 kilo. Ron was 110 kilo because there was no 100 kilo category. I gave him hell, my thumb was got dislocated. Like
Right,
hell.
so you still owe me explanation how you and Travis pull each other.
I mean, I won my category. He easily beat John. He beat easily all those guys in supers. And then he had like maybe 20 seconds match with Dan Victor, but it was just an hour before we pulled. And I just flashed him, just like nothing.
So how did you pull? You pulled his class or it was overalls?
No, overall. But the only match he had.
Hey, you had to tell me that a couple months ago and you will never block me.
It was not a couple months ago. It was 2 years ago.
Well, no, you blocked me first time years ago. I don't know why. I think I was young. I don't know why. Because you blocked me like very like when I just started arm wrestling. I don't know. I probably said something young.
Probably you were being a smart ass again.
No, I understand. Hey, I started arm wrestling young and arrogant at 18. Yeah, everybody hates me.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 27 now.
Oh, you're very young. Oh, you're talking about maybe like 8 years ago, 7 years ago.
Yeah, because you blocked me the first time, and I don't know why. That the second time that what we're talking about, I understand that was this. You just misunderstood me. I just legitimately wanted to ask you how did that happen, so I can find it. Because I can go to places people cannot go. I can go to like VK. I can find stuff. I was so trying to find you that video, and you're like, no, you're making fun of me. I block you. I'm like, okay.
Because I felt like, I wrote all those names that I beat, Rustam Babaev, Zolev, Hacı Murat, all those world champions. And then you are like, how can you beat Travis? You are not even same class,
I didn't meant it like that. I just meant how did the weight class, that was my only question so I can find it. I didn't mean to disrespect you. I'm glad we're talking about this.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Probably I misunderstood you, but it's okay,
That's all it is. I was legitimate. I understand. Like 10 years ago, you probably blocked me for me being a young asshole. Like I've been doing that for like.
But the second, probably I had some memory from the 10 years ago.
Right. Yeah, I understand. Like there's so many. Well, I think me and you had like the longest like thing where you blocked me, but I think it was just a misunderstanding. I really like never had like I've always liked you, right? But then like.
If I start pulling, after this, if I start getting better, who do you think I should pull? I'm not gonna start with Devon, but who do you think I should start?
What's your weight?
I mean, probably I will be around 187, 85 kilo or something.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm so fat. I hardly breathe, just like I really need to move, but I can't even go training because of this East versus West, I'm all the time calculating,
Right,
making calls, and this.
I know.
At the same time, I'm communicating with 5 people at the same time. You know, their answer, all day. You know, athletes and
I
you know,
know.
social
I know.
media and yeah.
I'm on the phone
So-
with you. My wife is asking me questions. I'm like, oh no, I need when you message me if I'm going to be live. I'm like, I can join, but I was doing my side pressure workout. I'm like, well, I'm just warming up. I can come back and I can redo the workouts. So let me do this. So I understand you're busy. But you will want to pull. Is that going to be part of East versus West? So you need the Western person, or you want to do something around there?
I would like to pull. I would like to pull. You know, I'm at the end of my career. You understand? If
Oh,
this-
you know what? Hey, you didn't like me for so many years. You pull me.
I really want to pull someone
Me
that
and you can pull left-handed because I'll probably beat you left-handed.
it can motivate me. I have pulled a lot in the past. So now I would like to choose opponent and I would like to do something that I couldn't do before. You understand? I would like to pull. I know you are a very good puller, but it is not really like beating Artem Taranenko. If I would write like my CV from the past, you understand? I wouldn't just say like Rustam Babayev, Hacımurat Zolev, Travis Bergen, Artem Taranenko. I wouldn't even mention you there. Sorry, I know you're getting angry with me, but you need to prove
Hey,
a little bit more.
it's all good. You give me a couple more months. Give me a couple more months. It's all good.
I'm not saying that I can beat you or
You're not,
something.
you're not, I know you can because I see you lose to Valentin at Worlds and I beat Valentin. It's all good.
Yeah. See, the one guy, right, Engin, Alanzolev, Cherkasov, Prokopchuk, these guys all are pulling 70, 75 kilo. I'm not anymore there.
I was about to say Alan, but I don't know if you want to do the Russian guy, right? If it's
No, if WAF allows me, I'm going to do WAF championships this Saturday, and then I will talk with the WAF officials, and I will just say, you know, if they allow or not allow, because you know they have power to stop even this event, you know, because through the Turkish Federation, you know, over here you can't organize an event without the permission of the Turkish Federation. It's all under government control. Yeah, see,
Right,
Adnan also says the right thing, you know, just like Engin, don't pull while organizing. Trust me, I will tell you something. The only thing, especially the last weeks, is just getting incredible. Especially last few days, I have like 3 hours sleep, 4 hours sleep. You understand? And so I'm getting exhausted. Just say that Tuesday before the East versus West, I'm 100% ready. Trust me, by the Saturday, I will be 70% or 80% maximum because it's so exhausting. You understand? To meet people, take them there, organize this, organize that, you know, a lot of things, especially the
yeah,
paper.
that's another thing. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know if you want to do all of that. Yeah, all the smashes because you're part of it. It's almost like you have to set something for a separate event. That's not your event. That maybe you go in somewhere, right? Because yes, the people. That's a correct thing because you do a lot, and doing a match on top of that, it's also going to be hard, especially if you want to have a strong like you don't want to have like just a match. If you're pulling somebody you want to beat, like Devon, you want to beat somebody, even if you go for a lower, you know, guy that you want to, not my name, but the name you want to remember, you
Two
have
things.
to be serious.
Two things I can do. One thing, just I would try to be best under 85 kilo. And the second thing I would like to do, to try to do something very close to Mission Impossible that has a meaning, like pulling on Garbayev, even if Ongarbayev is better than even if better than Devon, I would like choose not to become the best, but I would pulling Devon or pulling John would have a different meaning, you understand? Than pulling those other guys, you understand? I don't have any dream of becoming the best in 100 kilo. That's not gonna happen, you understand? But if I'm gonna pull Devon, if I'm gonna pull John, I would just do the crazy thing and try to be 100 kilo, you understand? But I wouldn't want to try to stay at 100 kilo and become the best there. I cannot do it. And again, somebody will say, if you cannot become the best in 100 kilo, how can you beat Devon or something? Which I don't think that Devon is the best 100 kilo. He may not be. But I don't have a plan to stay there. I would plan to stay 90 kilo and make 85 kilo and try to be the best. you can say that, and you cannot become the best 85 kilo. I mean, I just flashed 5-0, the current WAF champion, and we all know that from 55 kilo Artem to 90 kilo, all the best guys are in WAF, even maybe in up to 100 kilo. You know, look at the 100 kilo in the professional. Look at the things that Ongarbayev is doing in WAF. I don't think he has been even a finalist. I think not. Maybe third place, yes, but for sure he didn't win any WAF, and he has been competing for many years.
Ongarbayev never won WAF. I've heard you say it earlier, but I was not sure.
No, never won. It's not that easy. Prudnik, last a few
Well,
years.
I know people. You can have interesting discussion. You know, one time maybe you remember this because it was on Arm Power, maybe. But I remember Zambolat Sariev. Zambolat has a good story. If you know about this Zambolat, he won. He won Zloty first. Only then, a couple years later, he maybe won WF, and he still could not win Russian nationals.
I don't remember.
Zloty was first.
No,
yeah, I think Zloty was first. Then maybe he placed at WF, but he could never win Russian national. But Zloty is the most easiest one out of the three. Then WF you cannot because everybody shows that type of thing. So. But you know, Russian nationals back in the day were crazy too. They were like, you know, if you top 5 in Russian nationals.
I talked with Cobra. Cobra said that he's 80 kilo now, and he said
Cobra wants to be 80 kilo number one guy in the world by May.
Yeah, he told me on the phone. He said just give me just 1 second. We are finishing, but just 1 second.
Yeah, you could be right. I think Ongarbayev doesn't have WF titles. Oh, okay. I guess it's just me over here. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, he said that he probably is thinking that Giannis is the best guy in the world under there, but he said that he would like to. He said he's gonna beat Giannis in a year or something, or less than a year. But you know, just there are some other guys like, you know, have you seen matches with Makarov and Alan Zole with Giannis at the last swap?
I did not see Giannis in them. I know Alan and Arthur. I did not see Giannis in the mix.
First Arthur and Giannis met, and Giannis just started. Arthur hold him and just flash pin him, and then Arthur and Alan pulled. It was a long match, which Arthur won by fouls. And after that match, Alan met Giannis. He also beat him comfortably, very comfortably. Yeah. So those two were just like much above the rest of the pullers. So Cobra said he's coming back. Maybe he should pull Giannis. I think Cobra and Giannis can pull in a legend category as well. In my opinion, Giannis is another legend. He's not young anymore. He's over 40 as well. But you know, let's see how it will be. You know. But again, if I pull, two reasons. Again, I'm repeating. One is just to become the best under 85 kilo. I don't know if I can or not. And the two, if I pull something like Devon, John, as I said, you know, like that, yeah. I don't have any intention to pull Ongarbayev or Zurab or whoever, you know. Yeah, I don't have any kind of intention. Let's see first, you know, if my elbows are gonna handle or not. I would love to. Trust me, I pay a lot of money. If I didn't have intention to come back, I wouldn't try to have that pain, you know. Just like I can show you, but it is just still here, so bloody. You see here? Yeah. And they took from there. They put from the both sides. They put the vacuum, 4 holes, and they took the fat. They separated the cells, and they injected the elbow, wrist, middle knuckles, knees. It was very painful and very expensive. So I really want to, because all my life I pull. Now it hurts me. I cannot lift. It hurts elbows and everything, you know. So and I just feel like I'm a eagle with broken wings, just that's how it is. I feel so terrible. Yeah. Let's see, my friend. And yeah, maybe I should pull. Do you think that after, if I started pulling tough, just if I feel good, and then you are saying that I should start pulling not with someone like John or something, I should start slowly, right? Or
Right. Find maybe a good person from out here in the weight class, right? I'm just saying you should definitely not do it as you're organizing, right? Because it's going to be crazy. Pick an event, pick that person. Really, the best way for you to do it so you can be in a great shape and you are not going crazy with preparation for like something like other. You have to want to make sure, like maybe like what you did with John, like it's someone else's tournament where you don't have to prepare, like be picking up, where you're not going crazy with other things because it's important. Pulling and organizing is hard. So pick a tournament or a big event that's, not yours. So you can, go after the person.
yeah, just like psychologically, just like if somebody is challenging me, like Devon is doing, you understand? And that it just
Do you have an interest of somebody from America? Maybe under, anybody interested from out here? Light,
if
middleweights?
I will pull someone, like I will just check the results of it. Maybe I would pull maybe 85 kilo Bojidar Simeneo.
Okay. So like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Bojidar Simeneo, I think I would pull.
So
And
what if Adam beats him? Will you want to pull Adam from America?
I don't know. As I said, like I want to become best under 85 kilo. Adam
Okay.
is 95 kilo. He is making 92 kilo with the agreement with the
Yeah.
Bojidar. I would pull Adam, but I don't have any goal to become a 95 kilo best. I cannot. No way.
Gotcha.
85 kilo, maybe, you understand? Maybe 10% chance I can. But 95 kilo, there's Sasha, which even when I think about it, just my elbows already hurt. Whenever I think of his, even you make his palm go up and you block his wrist to pin him is still problematic. He can give you everything like this. He can still hit you sideways. He just his joints are. I don't think my joint would handle such a pressure. You understand? Many people, when you put them in that position, it's almost over. Not the case with him. You understand? He already gives you that. I don't know how he's applying that pressure. Maybe did you see his match with Artem Taino?
Who are we talking about? I missed the name.
What's that?
I missed the name. Who we're talking about? Who are we talking about?
Sasha.
Gosh. Oh yeah. Yes. You're right.
Sasha. But do you know how Artem Taino beat him? Artem Taino went out like this, and he was like this. So what Artem did, just to catch him, Sasha gave up many things from the angles. He just came and pressed his pronator, but he was open in here. But he was still, if Taino tried to go out, his pronator would get tired and then he would beat him. But what Taino did was very smart. When Sasha got open and Taino suddenly, when he is like this, he just went jump and then press his bicep, he won easily. So
because it opened up the arm.
Yeah, he opened up the arm. But so one needs to have that kind of elbow held, just to that put that pressure as well.
Right. That's all it is. Yeah. If your elbow doesn't feel like that, you cannot go sideways like that. No, you're right.
Yeah. Who says that? Jay, he wants to someone. Oh, Jay, he's talking about that. By the way, guys, if you are listening, Rustam Babaev will be part of the East versus West in January. Rustam Babaev is making a comeback, and he will be part of the East versus West, and most likely someone from America, most likely. But just remember, don't expect him to be in a super shape. He's making a comeback, after 2019.
Hold on. I feel like I already know who's pulling.
But we don't know. We need to check the results of some matches.
Well, hold on. I was thinking he needs to pull Todd Hutchings. I don't know of the results, but I think he needs to pull him. That's the last. That's like the last person to disrespect Todd Hutchings, right? At the similar weight.
See, Todd Hutchings. maybe that shouldn't be the start for Rustam, because he's coming back after 3 years. Maybe
Hey, it's a great match for Todd.
I mean, usually it doesn't end up good for Todd, but hopefully it would change,
Not the
because
last
Rustam's
time.
style is very explosive, and then usually right before Todd even positions, the match is over. He beat him before at the Zloty tour, and he also beat him in a super match 6-0 after Zloty, and so that's I don't know. I don't think, but also Rustam wouldn't. I don't. These guys are not that like crazy, like me. They would just come and they like Arsene Liliev. He was getting ready, and I talked with Arsene. Arsene stopped training. It is because the Russian government asked certain age groups to the army, and they are all waiting to be called to the army. And he said that it's not possible to get out of the region for those people. They cannot. So that he said that he can't really motivate himself while he's thinking that he may be called to army. It is not that possible him to get crazy and train and motivated. I'm gonna come and pull internationally. I hardly convinced him, and now this happened, so he may not be coming. So
Gotcha.
yeah, let's see how it happens, and I hope everything is fine. And I know that people are just gonna storm me on the social media because I said, I would be pulling Devon and I would hit him sideways. They will just, there are a lot of them. Yeah, there are a lot of them. They just go like, "Oh, you delusional." I mean, trust me, Artem, I am the last person to be called delusional. When you do a lot of crazy things, I won my first world title in 1994. I won last world title in seniors, 2018. So if anyone, and people said, "Oh, when you win, it was in the past when arm wrestling was easy." And how is it that I won 2018 Worlds, 2018 Zloty, beating Mindaugas, almost beating Arthur and getting injured,
That's not far. That's not far.
beating Viorel Dobrin, and now who is the world champion? Viorel Dobrin, I beat him. Bojidar 80 kilo world champion. Ask Bojidar, would you be 100% sure beating Engin? I am not saying I would beat him 100%, but he would tell you that he wouldn't be so sure of beating me either, But those people at the top, they show me enough respect, while these keyboard warriors, they just go, "Oh, this and that, I mean, that drives me crazy. Anyway, so
Yes, sir.
thank you. It has been 2.5 hours, and I think that if we both would have time, we could talk about arm wrestling 5 hours. I think you and I, we should do podcast together.
We can, but we have to block a day, like from 8 in the morning till 8 at night. If you're there, we definitely can. Yeah.
No, I mean, we don't have to go that long, but we can do a weekly podcast or something, and then talk about
it. Yeah, make it part of this channel or East versus West. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
East versus West is better. Yeah, not this channel. The East versus West channel is good, so that we can make even
Yeah, and me and you can have live episodes whenever I'm in Turkey. We can have like 1 hour thing, set a camera, both of us in the same place.
yeah, we can do that too. But I think I will be super busy, and I want you to just cover everything.
I'll be out. Yeah, I did not. I was, I have ideas, right? I know I'm gonna, it's easy. You got an athlete, ask questions, post. But the more you post, like the guests here, there's so many people. Yeah, there's gonna be. It's great. It's a great. That's why I always wanted to do that. That's why I wanted to message you. And like when me and Pradeep were talking. Yeah, I've been talking to Engin. Like, man, I guess you don't want to talk to Engin until I had it. But now because we're on the same page, like it is awesome because you have all those people out there.
My friend, I have passion for arm wrestling. And with anyone who has that passion and some abilities that I don't have, but it is needed. You understand?
Right.
That makes a good team. So while you are here, it's the perfect time, to do all kind of interviews. You are gonna be the interviewer after the matches on the stage because you also speak Russian. But other than that, you can be doing like you can be our official interviewer, even the pre-event. You understand?
Yeah.
Do podcast for short podcasts or just things, like interviews for the new channel. Did you share the new channel on the?
Yeah, I will share links every couple of minutes. It just I don't
Okay,
have.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah. So let's see, everything will be okay, and I am sure that people like you is just gonna make East versus West. We have Ray is coming, we have Dan Underwood is coming, we have Ryan is coming. You are now here. Anna Grönland is doing incredible job. I don't know if you know her or not, but and then maybe next time we will have also Pradeep, because these people are already part of the arm wrestling world, and
Yeah,
then
right.
have been doing incredible promotion. So if there is an arm wrestling event like this, I think these people deserve to be part of it, because this is our world, Yeah.
Right, exactly. They almost like they all need to be there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is. We all have something to do. We all have something. You could do even the commentary as well, but we have the commentary guys, so you can do something else. Don Underwood can do the announcement. So there is always something, that we can be,
Of course, yeah.
doing. Yeah. Anyway, so I think it's gonna be going up to 3 hours if we don't stop there.
Yes,
It
sir.
is
Yes, sir.
so
I
great
have to
to
go
talk
trade.
you. Yeah, and then I'm glad that you accepted that you try to be sarcastic when you write that comment. I'm joking. Just joking. Yeah. When you come here, you will meet me. You will see that I'm much nicer than how I look from outside. Yeah, you can already feel it. Yeah.
I got same thing with me. Everybody that hates me, they always love me in person.
Yeah. From outside, you look sarcastic guy, not making fun. But just one, I remember you and Devon was making a program. Good that you guys stopped it. To like weekly.
You know, like the trash lifts.
Bad training and making fun with people. I was like, it's not a good idea. You guys realize that, right? Then that's why you stopped.
No. We didn't realize that. Devon got busy pulling Levon. Devon liked the idea even more than me. I personally stopped it myself because I know I cannot do it myself, because then it's going to be me making fun of other people. When it's me and Devon, we were kind of discussing why it's bad, and it's me and Devon, it's between us, and then we're like, well,
Devon is a very strong shield, so
we were just discussing it and making sure that it's kind of a less offensive. We will make fun of you, but we'll also like what's good, what's bad. That's why, while he could not be part of it, I did not do those, because now it's just me talking shit. Like it's not good. Like that. Like no. It has to be. Devon has to be there because Devon likes it. Devon enjoyed doing those, and it was really easy. And people love those. Like if people keep asking about those, I'm like.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can't do them myself because it's, as you said, it's not a great idea.
I feel for the same way for some of Devon's training as well.
Right. And that's why there was an episode that never came out. There was an episode of like, not that there was a lot of episodes that I wrote down that was great ideas, like just doing some random shit. There was one episode just about Devon stuff, right? It just, we were going, nobody was safe. We were talking, the last episode was about me and him, I think, right? We were making fun of like the stupid stuff that I've done, the stuff that he's done. We were making fun of us.
I didn't know that. I thought you guys only making fun with other people.
No. One of the one of the episodes we're like, hey, let's be honest. Like we need to start with a clear state, and I start making fun of like I found my videos of me doing like silly stuff. I found Devon stuff. We made fun of us too, included.
Okay. So you were objective. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We knew like we want to make sure that if you're talking bad about somebody, we want to make sure why. Because me and him disagreed on some stuff, right? Because I like lots of like vertical stuff, and me and him were debating. Yeah, it was fairly healthy. But you're right. The idea is you don't make too many friends that way.
Yeah. Anyway, so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
we have to wrap it up.
This time I'm now opening another subject. Okay.
Good. Everybody, side to YouTube. Engin, I'll see you in the 5 weeks. Bye.
Take care, everybody.